let us start the function. I request the esteemed dignitaries to please come forward and take the seat on the dais. A very good morning to our Honorable Minister, dignitaries in the dais and audience, respected speakers and delegates. I extend my heartfelt welcome to all of you to this business meet, a pivotal event under Vruthi 2025, the Clean Kerala National Conclave, hosted by the local self-government department of Kerala and meticulously coordinated. I welcome Honorable LSDD Minister to the stage. Thank you, sir. A heartfelt welcome to our Minister. We are gathered here for the inaugural session of our business meet, hosted by the local self-government of Kerala and meticulously coordinated by Sujitha Mission. We gather here today on the 11th of April 2025, here at the Muscat Hotel in Thiruvananthapuram, to chart the course for investing in a green future. We can now commence the inaugural session of this meet. It is my honor to invite Srimati Anupama TV IAS, Special Secretary, Local Self-Government Department, Kerala, to deliver the welcome address.
വേദിയിലിരിക്കുന്ന ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട തദ്ദേശ സ്വയംഭരണ വകുപ്പ് മന്ത്രി രാജേഷ് സർ, വ്യവസായ വകുപ്പ് മന്ത്രി രാജീവ് സർ, മറ്റ് വിശിഷ്ട വ്യക്തികളെ, പ്രിയമുള്ളവരെ, ഇന്ന് നമ്മുടെ വൃത്തിയുടെ ഭാഗമായിട്ടുള്ള 3-ാം ദിവസത്തെ ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ബിസിനസ് മീറ്റിൻ്റെ സമാരംഭത്തിലേക്ക് നമ്മൾ കടക്കുകയാണ്. ഇത് ഒരു മീറ്റ് എന്നുള്ളതിന് അപ്പുറത്തേക്ക് വേസ്റ്റ് മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റ് സെക്ടറിൽ നമ്മുടെ അവസരങ്ങൾ ഉയർത്തുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള നിരവധി ചർച്ചകളും ഇൻട്രാക്ഷൻസും ഒക്കെയാണ് നമ്മളിതിൽ പ്ലാൻ ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഞാൻ നേരിട്ട് എൻ്റെ കർത്തവ്യത്തിലേക്ക് കടക്കുകയാണ്. ആദ്യം തന്നെ നമ്മുടെ വൃത്തിക്ക് ദിശാബോധം നൽകി ഞങ്ങളോടൊപ്പമുള്ള ഇന്നത്തെ ചടങ്ങിൻ്റെ അധ്യക്ഷൻ കൂടിയായ തദ്ദേശ സ്വയംഭരണ വകുപ്പ് മന്ത്രി ശ്രീ MP രാജേഷ് സാറിനെ ഞാൻ ഈ യോഗത്തിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്യുന്നു. വ്യവസായ വകുപ്പിന് കീഴിലുള്ള ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയൽ പാർക്കിൻ്റെ ഭൂമിയുടെ രൂപത്തിൽ, അതുപോലെ തന്നെ KSIDCയുമായിട്ട് ചേർന്നുള്ള പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളിൽ ഗ്രീൻ ഓൺടർപ്രൈസ് പോളിസിയുടെ രൂപത്തിൽ, അങ്ങനെ എല്ലാവിധ സപ്പോർട്ടുമായിട്ട് വേസ്റ്റ് മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റ് സെക്ടറിന് എല്ലാ സപ്പോർട്ടുമായിട്ട് നിലകൊള്ളുന്ന വ്യവസായ വകുപ്പിൻ്റെ അമരക്കാരൻ ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട വ്യവസായ വകുപ്പ് മന്ത്രി ശ്രീ P രാജീവ് സാറിനെ ഞാൻ ഈ യോഗത്തിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്യുന്നു. ഇന്ന് മുഖ്യാതിഥിയായി എത്തിച്ചേർന്നിരിക്കുന്നത് മാനേജിംഗ് ഡയറക്ടർ KSIDC ശ്രീ ഹരികിഷോർ സാറാണ്. സാറിനെ ഞാൻ ഈ യോഗത്തിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്യുകയാണ്. മുഖ്യാതിഥിയായി ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട സയൻറ്റിഫിക് അഡ്വൈസർ ടു CM ശ്രീ ദത്തൻ സാർ നമ്മളോടൊപ്പം ഉണ്ട്. സാറിനെ ഞാൻ ഈ യോഗത്തിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്യുന്നു. CEO കേരള സ്റ്റാർട്ടപ്പ് മിഷൻ ശ്രീ അനൂപ് അംബിക എത്തിച്ചേർന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. അദ്ദേഹത്തെ ഞാൻ ഈ യോഗത്തിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്യുകയാണ്. പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ ഡയറക്ടർ തദ്ദേശ സ്വയംഭരണ വകുപ്പ് ശ്രീ ശ്രീറാം സാംബശിവറാവു എത്തിച്ചേർന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. അദ്ദേഹത്തെ ഞാൻ ഈ യോഗത്തിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്യുന്നു. എക്സിക്യൂട്ടീവ് ഡയറക്ടർ ശുചിത്വ മിഷനും ഇന്ന് ചടങ്ങിന് നന്ദി അർപ്പിക്കുന്ന ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട UV ജോസ് സാർ എത്തിച്ചേർന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. അദ്ദേഹത്തെ ഞാൻ ഈ യോഗത്തിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്യുകയാണ്. Along with us, we have many potential investors and also the guiding lights of the industry assembled here to join us in today's business meet. I welcome all of you to today's program. We hope we can make it a grand success and also a beacon of investment opportunities in waste management in Kerala in the coming days. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It's my privilege to invite Shri MP Rajesh, Honorable Minister of Local Self-Government, Excise and Parliamentary Affairs, to deliver the presidential address. A visionary leader and a tireless advocate for sustainable development, the minister has been instrumental in shaping transformative initiatives like Vruthi 2025.
ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട വ്യവസായ നിയമ കയർ വകുപ്പ് മന്ത്രി ശ്രീ P രാജീവ് ഉൾപ്പെടെ വേദിയിലും സദസ്സിലുമുള്ള ബഹുമാന്യരെ, പ്രിയപ്പെട്ടവരെ, കേരളം കഴിഞ്ഞ 2 വർഷമായി ഒരു വലിയ ബഹുജന പ്രസ്ഥാനം കേരളത്തെയാകെ മാലിന്യമുക്തമാക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി സംഘടിപ്പിച്ചിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അത് നിർണായകമായൊരു വിജയം കൈവരിക്കുകയും വളരെ സുപ്രധാനമായൊരു ഘട്ടത്തിലേക്ക് കടക്കുകയും ചെയ്യുന്ന സന്ദർഭത്തിലാണ് ഇതുവരെ കൈവരിച്ച നേട്ടങ്ങൾ മുഴുവൻ വിലയിരുത്താനും ജനങ്ങളുടെ മുമ്പിൽ അവതരിപ്പിക്കാനും തുടർന്നുള്ള വഴി നിർണയിക്കാനുമായി വൃത്തി എന്ന പേരിൽ ഇങ്ങനൊരു കോൺക്ലേവ് തദ്ദേശ സ്വയംഭരണ വകുപ്പ് സംഘടിപ്പിച്ചിട്ടുള്ളത്. ഈ കോൺക്ലേവിൻ്റെ പ്രത്യേകത മാലിന്യ സംസ്കരണവുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട, ശുചിത്വവുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട എല്ലാ പ്രശ്നങ്ങളെയും തുറന്ന് അഭിസംബോധന ചെയ്യുന്നു എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. കൈവരിച്ച നേട്ടങ്ങൾ അവതരിപ്പിക്കുകയും കൊട്ടിഘോഷിക്കുകയും മാത്രമല്ല, അവശേഷിക്കുന്ന പരിമിതികൾ, വെല്ലുവിളികൾ എന്തെല്ലാമാണ് എന്ന് വിലയിരുത്തുകയും ചെയ്യുന്നൊരു വേദിയാണിത്. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഈ വെല്ലുവിളികളെയെല്ലാം തുറന്ന മനസ്സോട് അഭിസംബോധന ചെയ്യുന്നത് കൊണ്ടാണ് മാലിന്യ സംസ്കരണ പദ്ധതികൾക്കെതിരായി പ്രതിഷേധമുയർത്തുന്നവരെ ഇന്ന് പ്രത്യേകമായിട്ട് ക്ഷണിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അവരുമായിട്ട് ഓപ്പൺ ഫോറം സംഘടിപ്പിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. അതുപോലെ ഇന്നലെ ഇതിന് രാഷ്ട്രീയ സമവായം പ്രധാനമാണ് എന്നതുകൊണ്ട് വിവിധ രാഷ്ട്രീയ പാർട്ടികളുടെ നേതാക്കളെ ചർച്ചയ്ക്കായിട്ട് ഒരു പൊതുസംവാദത്തിനായിട്ട് ക്ഷണിച്ചിരുന്നു. ഇപ്പോൾ ബിസിനസ് മീറ്റ് നമ്മൾ നടത്തുമ്പോൾ അതുകൊണ്ട് ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത് ഈ ലക്ഷ്യം കൈവരിക്കുന്നതിന് ആധുനികമായ ശാസ്ത്രീയമായ മാലിന്യ സംസ്കരണ സംവിധാനങ്ങൾ ഉറപ്പാക്കുന്നതിൽ സർക്കാരും തദ്ദേശ സ്ഥാപനങ്ങളും മാത്രമല്ല സ്വകാര്യ മേഖലയ്ക്കും ഒരു പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട പങ്കുണ്ട് എന്ന് തിരിച്ചറിഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ ക്ലീൻ കേരള കമ്പനി കേരളം ഒരു സർക്കാർ സ്ഥാപനം എന്ന നിലയിൽ ആരംഭിച്ചതാണ്. വലിയ നിർണായകമായ സംഭാവന ക്ലീൻ കേരള കമ്പനിക്ക് നൽകാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. 2 വർഷം മുമ്പ് ബ്രഹ്മപുരം തീപിടുത്തത്തിൻ്റെ സന്ദർഭത്തിൽ ഒരു വർഷം ക്ലീൻ കേരള കമ്പനി സമാഹരിച്ച മാലിന്യം 30,000 ടണ്ണായിരുന്നുവെങ്കിൽ ഇന്ന് സർവകാല റെക്കോർഡിലെത്തി അത് 66,000 ടണ്ണായിട്ട് വർദ്ധിച്ചു, ഇരട്ടിയിലധികമായിട്ട് കൂടി. പക്ഷേ ക്ലീൻ കേരളം മാത്രം പോരാ. ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ വിവിധ സ്വകാര്യ ഏജൻസികളെ ഇതിനു വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് എംപാനൽ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. 254 സ്വകാര്യ ഏജൻസികളെ നമ്മൾ എംപാനൽ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. ആ സ്വകാര്യ ഏജൻസികളുടെ പങ്കും ഇതിൽ പ്രധാനമാണ്. റീസൈക്ലിംഗ്, അപ്സൈക്ലിംഗ് തുടങ്ങിയിട്ടുള്ള മേഖലകളിലെല്ലാം സ്വകാര്യ മൂലധനത്തെയും സ്വകാര്യ വൈദഗ്ധ്യത്തെയും എല്ലാം നാം കേരളത്തിൽ ഉപയോഗപ്പെടുത്തിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. തുറന്ന് മുന്നോട്ട് പോകുമ്പോഴും ഈ സ്വകാര്യ മേഖലയുടെ നിക്ഷേപകരുടെ പങ്ക് വളരെ പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ടതാണ് എന്ന് തിരിച്ചറിയുന്നത് കൊണ്ടാണ് നാം ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ബിസിനസ് മീറ്റ് കൂടി ഇതിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമായി സംഘടിപ്പിച്ചിട്ടുള്ളത്. മാത്രമല്ല, വേസ്റ്റ് ടു വെൽത്ത് എന്ന കോൺസെപ്റ്റാണ് സംസ്ഥാന സർക്കാരിനെ നയിക്കുന്നത്. മാലിന്യത്തിൽ നിന്ന് വരുമാനം, തൊഴിൽ, സമ്പത്ത് സൃഷ്ടിക്കാൻ കഴിയുക. യഥാർത്ഥത്തിൽ ഒന്നും മാലിന്യമായിട്ടില്ല, ഒന്നും പാഴ്വസ്തുവായിട്ടില്ല. ഇതെല്ലാം നമുക്ക് മൂല്യവർദ്ധനവിന് വിധേയമാക്കാവുന്നതാണ് എന്ന ഒരു കാഴ്ചപ്പാടിൻ്റെ അടിസ്ഥാനത്തിൽ, സർക്കുലർ എക്കോണമി എന്ന ഒരു കാഴ്ചപ്പാടിൻ്റെ അടിസ്ഥാനത്തിലാണ് സർക്കാർ മുന്നോട്ട് പോകുന്നത്. ഇപ്പോൾ 37,000 പേരിലധികം പേരാണ് ഹരിതകർമ്മസേനയിലുള്ളത്. അത്രയും പേർക്ക് തൊഴിലും വരുമാനവും നമുക്ക് ഇതിലൂടെ ഉറപ്പുവരുത്താൻ കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇതിനെ അടുത്ത ഘട്ടത്തിലേക്ക് നയിക്കുമ്പോൾ ആ മാലിന്യ സംസ്കരണം മാത്രമല്ല, മാലിന്യത്തെ വരുമാനമാക്കിയിട്ട് മാറ്റാൻ കഴിയുന്ന തരത്തിലുള്ള സംരംഭങ്ങൾ വളർത്തിയെടുക്കണം എന്നതാണ് സർക്കാർ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഇത്തരത്തിലുള്ള ഒരു ബിസിനസ് മീറ്റ് സംഘടിപ്പിച്ചിട്ടുള്ളത്. ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട ഉദ്ഘാടകന്, വ്യവസായ മന്ത്രിക്ക് മറ്റൊരു പരിപാടിയിലും എത്തിച്ചേരാനുള്ളതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ ഒരു ദീർഘമായ അധ്യക്ഷ പ്രസംഗം നടത്തുന്നില്ല. ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട വ്യവസായ വകുപ്പ് മന്ത്രിയെ ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് ക്ഷണിക്കുന്നു.
We kindly request the Honorable Minister of Law and Industries to light the ceremonial lamp I also request the other esteemed dignitaries present to kindly join.
I am delighted to invite Sri P. Rajiv, Honorable Minister of Law and Industries, to deliver the inaugural address and formally launch this business meet.
ബഹുമാനായ അധ്യക്ഷൻ, കേരളത്തിൻ്റെ തദ്ദേശ സ്വയംഭരണ എക്സൈസ് വകുപ്പ് മന്ത്രി ശ്രീ എം പി രാജേഷ്, വേദിയിലും സദസ്സിലുമുള്ള ആദരണീയരെ, സഹോദരി സഹോദരന്മാരെ, സുഹൃത്തുക്കളെ, ഇപ്പോൾ വൃത്തി എന്ന പേരിൽ ഒരുപക്ഷെ ലോകത്ത് ആദ്യമായിട്ടായിരിക്കും ഇങ്ങനെയൊരു കോൺക്ലേവ് സംഘടിപ്പിക്കുന്നത്. അതിന് മുൻകൈയെടുത്ത തദ്ദേശ സ്വയംഭരണ വകുപ്പ് മന്ത്രിയെയും വകുപ്പിനെയും ആദ്യം തന്നെ ഞാൻ പ്രത്യേകം അഭിനന്ദിക്കുകയാണ്. അതിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമായ ഈ ബിസിനസ് മീറ്റ് ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്തതായി തുടക്കത്തിൽ തന്നെ പ്രഖ്യാപിക്കുകയും ചെയ്യുന്നു. നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിലിപ്പോൾ വലിയ മാറ്റമാണ് സംഭവിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. കേരളം മാറിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു, അതിൽ നിന്നും മാറി എന്ന് പറയാവുന്ന അവസ്ഥയിലേക്ക് മാലിന്യ സംസ്കരണത്തിൽ, ശുചിത്വ ബോധത്തിൽ എല്ലാം നല്ല മാറ്റങ്ങൾ വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ മന്ത്രി ചുരുക്കം ചില വാക്കുകളിലൂടെയാണെങ്കിലും ഇതിൻ്റെ കോൺസെപ്റ്റ് അവതരിപ്പിക്കുകയുണ്ടായി. മാലിന്യം എങ്ങനെ വരുമാനത്തിലേക്ക്, തൊഴിൽ സൃഷ്ടിയിലേക്ക്, സമ്പത്തിൻ്റെ സൃഷ്ടിയിലേക്ക് വികസിപ്പിക്കാൻ കഴിയും. അപ്പോൾ ഏതൊന്നിലും സാധ്യത കാണുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ് പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ടത്. ഇത് ലോകത്ത് വികസിതമായ രാജ്യങ്ങളിലും അങ്ങനെ വികസിതമല്ലാത്ത ചില രാജ്യങ്ങളിലും വളരെ വിജയകരമായി പ്രയോഗിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു മാതൃകയാണ്. ബ്രഹ്മപുരത്ത് ഞങ്ങൾ ഒന്നിച്ചാണ് അന്ന് പോയിരുന്നത്. അന്ന് മന്ത്രിയും പ്രഖ്യാപിച്ചു, ഞാനും പറയുകയുണ്ടായി, ഇതൊരു പാഠമാണ്, അനുഭവമാണ്, അവസരമാണ്. ആ ഘട്ടത്തിലാണ് BPCLൻ്റെ അന്നത്തെ ടീം വേറൊരാവശ്യത്തിന് ഞങ്ങളെ കാണാൻ വരുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ അവർ പറഞ്ഞു, നേരത്തെ ഞങ്ങളിങ്ങനെ പ്രപ്പോസൽ പണ്ട് വച്ചിരുന്നു, അതെങ്ങും എത്തിയില്ല. അന്ന് തന്നെയാണ് ഞാനും മന്ത്രി ആലോചിച്ചു. ആ ദിവസം തന്നെ മന്ത്രിതല യോഗം, അന്നത്തെ ചീഫ് സെക്രട്ടറി ശ്രീ VP ജോയി കൂടി പങ്കെടുത്ത് അതേ ദിവസം തന്നെ നമ്മൾ തീരുമാനമെടുത്തു. അത് പിന്നെ MOU ഇന്ന് ഒപ്പുവയ്ക്കുന്നെങ്കിലും സാധാരണ നമ്മുടെ നടപടിക്രമം അനുസരിച്ച് മീറ്റിംഗ്, മിനിറ്റ്സ് അംഗീകരിക്കൽ, അതിനുശേഷം GO ഇറങ്ങൽ, പിന്നെ AS TS, പിന്നെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഇതിലേക്കൊക്കെ പോയി. അതിന് മുൻപ് MOU ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ MOU ഒപ്പുവയ്ക്കണം. MOU ഒക്കെ പിന്നെ വന്നേക്കാം എന്ന് ഞങ്ങളൊരു ഉറപ്പ് കൊടുത്തിരുന്നു. ഇപ്പോൾ ഉദ്ഘാടനം നടത്താൻ പോകുന്നതിൻ്റെ തൊട്ട് മുമ്പായിട്ട് മാത്രമാണ് MOU, ട്രൈ പാർട്ടി MOU എന്ന് ട്രയൽ റണ്ണിൽ എത്തിയതിന് ശേഷമാണ് നമ്മൾ MOU ഒപ്പുവയ്ക്കുന്നത്, ഗവൺമെൻറ്റും BPCLും ലോക്കൽ ബോഡിയും ചേർന്നിട്ടുള്ളത്. അതൊരു കേരളം പ്രതീക്ഷയോടെ കാത്തിരിക്കുന്നൊരു പദ്ധതിയാണ്. അതൊരു മാതൃകയായി പിന്നീട് പലയിടങ്ങളിലേക്ക് കൊണ്ടുവരാൻ കഴിയും. അതോടൊപ്പം തന്നെ പല രീതിയിലുള്ള പ്രോസസ്സിംഗ് യൂണിറ്റുകൾ ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിൽ പ്രവർത്തിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. നമ്മുടെ ഒരു പ്രശ്നം, നമ്മൾ ജനങ്ങളെ പൊതുവെ കുറ്റപ്പെടുത്തുന്നതിൽ ഒരു പരിധിവരെ നമുക്ക് അവകാശമില്ലാതാക്കിയത് നേരത്തെ ചില അനുഭവങ്ങളുടെ അടിസ്ഥാനത്തിലായിരുന്നു. പല മാതൃകകളും മാലിന്യം സംസ്കരിക്കുമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് തുടങ്ങിയ പലതും മാലിന്യത്തെക്കാളും മോശപ്പെട്ട അവസ്ഥയിലേക്ക് എത്തിയതിൻ്റെ അനുഭവം ജനങ്ങളുടെ മുൻപിലുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അതായിരുന്നു ഒരു പ്രശ്നം. ഇപ്പോൾ അത് മാറി. വിജയകരമായ മാതൃകകൾ അവതരിപ്പിക്കാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞു. മാലിന്യത്തിൻ്റെ ശേഖരണം, സംഭരണം, ട്രാൻസ്പോർട്ടേഷൻ, പ്രോസസ്സിങ്, ഇതെല്ലാം ആധുനിക രീതിയിൽ ഇപ്പോൾ നടത്താൻ കഴിയും. പുതിയ പ്രൊഡക്റ്റുകളിലേക്ക് വരുന്നു. ഇപ്പം എൻ്റെ മണ്ഡലത്തിലെ ക്യാമ്പ് ഓഫീസിൽ ഇരിക്കാനിട്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ബെഞ്ച് പ്ലാസ്റ്റിക് റീസൈക്കിൾ ചെയ്ത് നമ്മുടെ ചെറുപ്പക്കാർ സ്റ്റാർട്ടപ്പുകാരുണ്ടാക്കിയിട്ടുള്ള ബെഞ്ചാണ് അവിടെ ആളുകൾക്ക് ഇരിക്കാനായിട്ട് ഇട്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. സ്റ്റാർട്ടപ്പ് മിഷനിലും ഒത്തിരിയേറെ പുതിയ പദ്ധതികൾ കുട്ടികൾ കൊണ്ടുവരുന്നുണ്ട്. എങ്ങനെ പുനരുപയോഗം കഴിയും? ചിലതൊക്കെ വന്യമായ സ്വപ്നങ്ങളായിരിക്കാം, പക്ഷേ പല സ്വപ്നങ്ങളിൽ ചിലതൊക്കെയാണല്ലോ യാഥാർത്ഥ്യമായിട്ട് വരുന്നത്. വിജയകരമായ പല മോഡലുകളും നമ്മുടെ മുൻപിലുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ഇൻവെസ്റ്റ് സമ്മിറ്റിലും IKGS ഞങ്ങളിപ്പോൾ ഇന്നലെ മിഞ്ഞാന്നതിൻ്റെ റിവ്യൂ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. എല്ലാ മാസവും ഞങ്ങളതിൻ്റെ പ്രോഗ്രസ് റിപ്പോർട്ട് ഇറക്കും. അപ്പോൾ ഈ മെയ്യിൽ കല്ലിടാവുന്ന പദ്ധതികളെല്ലാം ഇപ്പോൾ ലിസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. മെയ്യിൽ എത്ര കല്ലിടും, ജൂണിൽ എത്ര ഇടും എന്ന് ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്യും. അതിൻ്റെ ഒപ്പം തന്നെ സെക്ടർ വൈസ് തിരിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള കണക്കുകളെല്ലാം ഉണ്ട്. അതിൽ വേസ്റ്റ് മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റിൻ്റെയും പ്രൊജക്റ്റുകളുണ്ട്, ഡാഷ്ബോർഡുണ്ട്. അത് ഇവിടെ ഇരുന്ന് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ആക്സസ് ഇല്ലാത്തതുകൊണ്ട്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കൃത്യമായി കണക്ക് ഇപ്പോൾ പറയാമായിരുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെയുള്ള അതിൽ വേസ്റ്റിൽ നിന്നുള്ള പ്രോസസ്സ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഇൻഡസ്ട്രീസും അതിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമായിട്ട് വരുന്നുണ്ട്. ഞാനിപ്പോൾ കാസർഗോഡ് അനന്തപുരം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഒരു എസ്റ്റേറ്റ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. നേരത്തെ അത് കുറേ കാലമായി 10-30 കൊല്ലമായി വെറുതെ കിടക്കുകയായിരുന്നു. ഇപ്പോൾ അവിടെ സ്ഥലമില്ല. അതിലൊരു യൂണിറ്റ് ഞാൻ ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്തത് ഇതിൻ്റെ പ്രോസസ്സാണ്. അവർ കയറ്റി അയക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. കയറ്റുമതി ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ അധിക കാലം എങ്ങനെയാണെന്ന് പറയാൻ പറ്റില്ല. കാരണം രാവിലെ ഒരു താരിഫ്, ഉച്ചയ്ക്ക് ഒരു താരിഫ്, വൈകുന്നേരം വേറെ താരിഫ്, ഉറങ്ങി എണീക്കുമ്പോൾ വേറൊരു താരിഫുള്ള ലോകക്രമമായതുകൊണ്ട് നമുക്കൊന്നും പ്ലാൻ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല എക്സ്പോർട്ട് ഓറിയൻറ്റഡ് ആയിട്ട്. ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഡൊമസ്റ്റിക് വിപണി തന്നെ വളരെ ശക്തമാണ്. പല രാജ്യങ്ങളെക്കാളും വലിയ വിപണി കേരളത്തിൽ തന്നെയുണ്ട്. ഇന്ത്യയിലും വലിയ വിപണിയുണ്ട്. പർച്ചേസിങ് കപ്പാസിറ്റി ഉള്ളത് തന്നെ നോക്കിയാൽ ഒത്തിരിയേറെ രാജ്യങ്ങൾ ചേരുമ്പോഴതിനേക്കാളും വലിയൊരു മാർക്കറ്റ് നമുക്കുണ്ട്. എന്തായാലും നല്ല സാധ്യതയുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പോൾ ഈ വകുപ്പ് വളരെ സുദീർഘമായ രൂപത്തിലാണ് പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾ ഏകോപിപ്പിക്കുന്നത്. വിപ്ലവകരമായ മാറ്റം വകുപ്പിൻ്റെ എല്ലാ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളിലും സംഭവിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. വ്യവസായത്തിൽ ഏറ്റവും ഡിപ്പെൻഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നൊരു വകുപ്പ് ഈ തദ്ദേശ സ്വയംഭരണ വകുപ്പാണ്. കാരണം ഞങ്ങളുടെ മുൻപിൽ വരാറുള്ള പരാതികളെല്ലാം തദ്ദേശ ലൈസൻസ് കിട്ടിയിട്ട് അതെല്ലാം വിപ്ലവകരമായ മാറ്റമാണ്. ഇപ്പോൾ സ്മാർട്ട് പഞ്ചായത്തിലേക്ക് വരെ വ്യാപിപ്പിച്ചിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അതിപ്പോൾ നല്ല മാറ്റം ഉണ്ടാക്കും. ഞങ്ങൾ അദാലത്തിൽ പോകുമ്പോഴും പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ടത് ഇതായിരിക്കും. ചിലപ്പോൾ ഒരു 2-3 സെൻറ്റിമീറ്റർ വ്യത്യാസം ഉണ്ടാവും. അളക്കുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ പലതും മാറി വരും. ഇങ്ങനെ ഇപ്പോൾ പലർക്കും പല ഇൻ്റർപ്രട്ടേഷൻ ആയിരിക്കും, സബ്ജക്റ്റീവ് ഇൻ്റർപ്രട്ടേഷൻസ് ഉണ്ടാവും. അപ്പോൾ അതിലെല്ലാം വലിയ മാറ്റം, ചട്ടങ്ങളിൽ മാറ്റം വരുത്തി ഇപ്പോൾ അത് ഡിജിറ്റലൈസ് ചെയ്തു. അത് നല്ല ഒരു സംരംഭക അന്തരീക്ഷം കേരളത്തിൽ ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നതിൽ തദ്ദേശ സ്വയംഭരണ വകുപ്പ് വഹിച്ച പങ്ക് അത് ചരിത്രപരമാണ്. അതിന് നേതൃത്വം നൽകിയ മന്ത്രിയെയും ടീമിനെയും വ്യവസായ വകുപ്പിന് വേണ്ടി ഈ സന്ദർഭത്തിൽ ഞാൻ പ്രത്യേകം അഭിനന്ദിക്കുകയും ചെയ്യുന്നു. മറ്റധിക കാര്യങ്ങളിലേക്ക് ഞാൻ പോകുന്നില്ല. വേറെ പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട 2 യോഗങ്ങളുള്ളത് കൊണ്ട് ഇവിടെ ചർച്ച ചെയ്യുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങൾ നമുക്ക് നന്നായി മുന്നോട്ട് കൊണ്ടുപോകാൻ കഴിയും. സംരംഭകത്വത്തിന് ആവശ്യമായിട്ടുള്ള എല്ലാ പിന്തുണയും വ്യവസായ വകുപ്പ് നൽകുന്നുണ്ട്. നമ്മുടെ IKGS വന്നിട്ടുള്ളതിനെല്ലാം ഓരോരുത്തരിനും നോഡൽ ഓഫീസർമാരുണ്ട്. അവർക്ക് പ്രത്യേകം ഒരു വായ്പാ സംവിധാനം ഇപ്പോൾ KSIDC പുതിയൊരു ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെൻ്റ് അവർ നോക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. കുറച്ചുകൂടി മെച്ചപ്പെട്ട പലിശ സംവിധാനങ്ങളുള്ള ഒരു ലോൺ, ഈ വായ്പ IKGS വന്ന പദ്ധതികൾക്ക് വേണ്ടി ഇപ്പോൾ പ്രത്യേകം ഞങ്ങൾ ആവിഷ്കരിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ അതെല്ലാം തന്നെ ഇതിൽ നല്ല മാറ്റങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ സഹായകരമായിരിക്കും എന്ന് പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കുന്നു. നല്ല മാറ്റങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടാകട്ടെ. വൃത്തിയുള്ള കേരളം എന്നുള്ളത് യാഥാർത്ഥ്യമാകട്ടെ. ഇതൊന്ന് ടൂറിസത്തിൽ എല്ലാ മേഖലയിലും മാറ്റം വരും, ടൂറിസത്തിൽ ഉൾപ്പെടെ. ഇന്നിപ്പോൾ എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു മന്ത്രി പറഞ്ഞില്ലെങ്കിലും ഞാൻ മനസ്സിലാക്കിയത് അദ്ദേഹം രാവിലെ ഇറങ്ങി ബീച്ച് ശരിയാക്കിയിട്ട് വന്നേക്കണം. ഫിഷറീസിൻ്റെ പരിപാടിയായിരുന്നു. അതുപോലെ ഇപ്പോൾ ഫോർട്ട് കൊച്ചി ബീച്ച് ശരിയാക്കണം. പല ആവശ്യങ്ങൾ വന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. എല്ലാ തുടക്കവും എളുപ്പമാണ്, തുടർച്ചയാണ് ദുഷ്കരം. തുടർച്ചയ്ക്കൊരു ഡെഡിക്കേഷൻ പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ടതാണ്. അപ്പോൾ തുടക്കങ്ങളുണ്ടായി, ആ തുടർച്ച ഇപ്പോൾ സംഭവിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അതിൽ സംവിധാനങ്ങൾ മാത്രം പോരാ, പബ്ലിക് അവെയർനെസ്സും പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ടതാണ്. മലയാളിയുടെ ഒരു പ്രത്യേകത, ലോകത്തിൽ ഏറ്റവും വൃത്തിയുള്ള ശൗചാലയങ്ങളുള്ള വീടുകൾ കേരളത്തിലാണ്. ടോയ്ലറ്റുകൾ ചിലപ്പോൾ ഇലയിട്ടുണ്ടാവുന്നത്ര വൃത്തി ഉണ്ടാവും പല ടോയ്ലറ്റുകൾ. ഏറ്റവും ആധുനികം ഇടത്തരം വീടുകളിൽ പോലും എല്ലാവരും നന്നായി സൂക്ഷിച്ചു വയ്ക്കും. പക്ഷേ ഒരു കാലത്ത് ഏറ്റവും മോശം ടോയ്ലറ്റുകൾ ഇപ്പോഴും കുറച്ചുണ്ട്. നമ്മുടെ വീട്ടിലാണെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ ഉപയോഗിക്കുക, നമുക്ക് ഉറപ്പുണ്ട് ഇനി ഉപയോഗിക്കേണ്ടത് ഭാര്യ, അച്ഛൻ, അമ്മ, മക്കൾ. KSRTC ടോയ്ലറ്റിലാണെങ്കിൽ പുറകെ വരുന്ന ആരാണെന്ന് നമുക്കൊരു പിടിയില്ല. അതുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മുടെ ഉപയോഗം കഴിഞ്ഞിറങ്ങാമെന്ന് മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. ആ പൊതുബോധത്തിൻ്റെ ഒരു കുറവ് നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ ഇത്തരം പ്രവൃത്തികളുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ഓരോരുത്തരും സൃഷ്ടിക്കുന്ന മാലിന്യം നമ്മുടെ ഉത്തരവാദിത്തമാണ്. നേരത്തെ നിങ്ങൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. മുനിസിപ്പാലിറ്റി എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു, കോർപ്പറേഷൻ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ അതിൽ നിന്ന് മാറ്റങ്ങൾ വന്നു. നല്ല പരീക്ഷണങ്ങൾ ഇപ്പോൾ വീഡിയോ എടുത്ത് കൊടുക്കുന്നവർക്ക് അതിൻ്റെ ഫൈൻ്റെ ഒരു വിഹിതം കൊടുക്കുന്ന രൂപത്തിൽ ഇൻസെൻറ്റീവുകൾ ഇത്തരത്തിലുള്ള ആളുകൾ കൊടുക്കുന്നു. അങ്ങനെ നല്ല മാറ്റങ്ങളാണ് വന്നിട്ടുള്ളത്. അത് പ്രോസസ്സിലേക്ക് എത്തിക്കാൻ നമുക്ക് കഴിയണം. PPP ആയും ഗവൺമെൻറ്റിൻ്റെ നേതൃത്വത്തിലും, ഗവൺമെൻറ് മാത്രമായിട്ട് കഴിയില്ല, സ്വകാര്യ മൂലധനം കൂടി ഉപയോഗിച്ചുകൊണ്ടേ കഴിയുകയുള്ളൂ. അതിന് കോൺക്ലേവ് നല്ല ദിശാബോധം നൽകട്ടെ എന്നുകൂടി ആശംസിച്ചുകൊണ്ട്, എല്ലാവിധ വിജയവും ആശംസിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് വാക്കുകൾ അവസാനിപ്പിക്കുന്നു. എല്ലാവർക്കും നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.
Thank you, sir, for officially setting this event in motion with your powerful words.
Next, I invite Sri S. Harikishore, IAS, Managing Director, Kerala State Industrial Development Corporation, to join us to offer his felicitation. His expertise in industrial development brings a valuable perspective to this conclave. Hearty welcome, sir.
ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട മന്ത്രി, വേദിയിലും സദസ്സിലുമുള്ള പ്രിയപ്പെട്ടവരെ, ഈ മേഖലയിലുള്ള കൂടുതൽ സംരംഭങ്ങൾ വരുമെന്നുള്ള പ്രതീക്ഷയാണ് ഈ ബിസിനസ് കോൺക്ലേവ് നമ്മൾക്ക് നൽകുന്നത്. സംരംഭങ്ങൾ കേരളത്തിൽ വരുമ്പോൾ, അതായത് ഇവിടെ ഇൻവെസ്റ്റ്മെൻറ്റ് ഈ മേഖലയിൽ നിന്നും കൂടുതലായിട്ട് വരുമ്പോൾ വലിയ സപ്പോർട്ടാണ് ഗവൺമെൻറ് നൽകുന്നത്. എനിത്തിങ് ഇഫ് യു ടേക്ക് ലൈസൻസിൽ MSME എന്ന ഡെഫിനേഷൻ ഉണ്ട്. 50 കോടി വരെ മുതൽ മുടക്കുള്ള സംരംഭങ്ങളാണ് MSME എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, മൈക്രോ സ്മോൾ മീഡിയം എൻ്റർപ്രൈസ്. ഇപ്പോൾ ഈ ഏപ്രിൽ മുതൽ MSMEയുടെ ഡെഫിനിഷൻ 125 കോടിയിലേക്ക് ഉയർത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ 125 കോടി വരെ ക്യാപിറ്റൽ ഇൻവെസ്റ്റ്മെൻ്റ് ഉള്ള സംരംഭങ്ങൾ തുടങ്ങാനാണെങ്കിൽ ഒരു 10 മിനിറ്റ് കൊണ്ട് ലൈസൻസ് കിട്ടും. ആ ഒരു സംവിധാനം കേരളത്തിലുണ്ട്. K-SWIFT വഴി MSME അക്നോളജ്മെൻറ്റ് സർട്ടിഫിക്കറ്റ് ഇൻ പ്രിൻസിപ്പിൾ അപ്രൂവൽ എടുത്ത് 10 മിനിറ്റിനകം ലൈസൻസ് എടുത്ത് അടുത്ത 3.5 വർഷത്തിനകം മറ്റ് വകുപ്പുകളുടെ ലൈസൻസ് എടുത്താൽ മതി. സോ കേരളത്തിലൊരു സംരംഭം MSME മേഖലയിൽ 125 crore വരെ തുടങ്ങാൻ ഒരു ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുമില്ല. ഒരു കണ്ടീഷനേ ഉള്ളൂ, അതിൽ നോൺ റെഡ് കാറ്റഗറി ആയിരിക്കണം. റെഡ് കാറ്റഗറി ആണെങ്കിൽ പറ്റില്ല. പക്ഷേ റെഡ് കാറ്റഗറി ആണെങ്കിലും 15 കോടി വരെ ഇൻവെസ്റ്റ്മെൻ്റ് ഉള്ള പ്രോജക്റ്റുകൾക്ക് ജില്ലാ കളക്ടറുടെ സിംഗിൾ വിൻഡോ ക്ലിയറൻസ് ബോർഡുണ്ട്. അതിന് മുകളിൽ ചീഫ് സെക്രട്ടറിയുടെ സിംഗിൾ വിൻഡോ ക്ലിയറൻസ് ബോർഡ്. അപ്പോൾ ഐ തിങ്ക് ലൈസൻസസ് റിയലി ടേക്കൺ കെയർ. അതാണ് ഒരു ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റി ഉള്ളത്. സെക്കൻഡ് പോയിന്റ് മിനിസ്റ്റർ സൂചിപ്പിച്ചു റിഗാർഡിങ് ഫണ്ട് സപ്പോർട്ടിൽ ഗവൺമെൻറ്റിൻ്റെ തന്നെ ധാരാളം ഏജൻസികളുണ്ട്. KSIDC is providing loan up to 60 crore for enterprises. KFC is providing more than 60 crore, 100 crore ഒക്കെ ലോൺ കൺസോർഷ്യം ബേസിൽ കൊടുക്കുന്നു. ആൻഡ് വി ഓൾസോ ഹാവ് പ്രൊവിഷൻ ടു പ്രൊവൈഡ് ഇക്വിറ്റി ഇൻ എൻ്റർപ്രൈസസ്. KSIDC ഇപ്പോൾ ഇതുവരെ 74 കമ്പനികളിൽ ഇക്വിറ്റി എടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. കേരളത്തിൽ ഗവൺമെൻറ്റിൻ്റെ ഒരു സപ്പോർട്ട് ആവശ്യമാണ്, ഗവൺമെൻറ്റിൻ്റെ ഈ കമ്പനിയുടെ ഭാഗമാണ് എന്ന് ചില കമ്പനികൾക്ക് അത്തരത്തിൽ റിക്വയർമെൻറ്റ് വരുമ്പോൾ KSIDC 74 കമ്പനികളിൽ ഇക്വിറ്റി എടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ പുതിയ ഇക്വിറ്റി പോളിസി പ്രകാരം നമുക്ക് ലോണും കൊടുക്കാം, ഇക്വിറ്റിയും കൊടുക്കാം. ഗ്രീൻ ഫീൽഡ് ആയാലും ബ്രൗൺ ഫീൽഡ് ആയാലും ഒക്കെ ഇക്വിറ്റി കൊടുക്കാൻ സാധിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ വലിയൊരു ഇക്വിറ്റി സപ്പോർട്ട് ഈ മേഖലയിലുള്ള കമ്പനികൾക്ക് നമുക്ക് തീർച്ചയായും കൊടുക്കാൻ സാധിക്കും. പിന്നെ ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട മന്ത്രി സൂചിപ്പിച്ച മറ്റൊരു കാര്യം പോളിസി സപ്പോർട്ടാണ്. പോളിസി 2023 കേരള ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയൽ പോളിസി ഉണ്ടാക്കിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയൽ പോളിസിയിൽ 22 പ്രയോറിറ്റി സെക്ടറിൽ ഒരു പ്രയോറിറ്റി സെക്ടർ എൻ്റർപ്രൈസസ് ഇൻ വേസ്റ്റ് സെക്ടറാണ്. ആർട്ടിഫിഷ്യൽ ഇൻ്റലിജൻസ് ഒരു പ്രയോറിറ്റി സെക്ടറാണ്. ഫുഡ് ടെക്നോളജി ഒരു പ്രയോറിറ്റി സെക്ടറാണ്. നമ്മുടെ ട്രഡീഷണൽ പ്രയോറിറ്റി സെക്ടർ കൂടാതെ അതിൽ പ്രത്യേകമായി ഫ്യൂച്ചറിസ്റ്റിക് സെക്ടറായിട്ട് വെച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു പ്രയോറിറ്റി സെക്ടർ എൻ്റർപ്രൈസസ് ഇൻ വേസ്റ്റ് മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റ് സെക്ടറാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ പ്രയോറിറ്റി സെക്ടറിലുള്ള എൻ്റർപ്രൈസസിന് നേരത്തെ മിനിസ്റ്റർ സൂചിപ്പിച്ചു 1% പലിശ ഇളവ് കൊടുക്കാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുന്നു. ഇവർക്കാണ് ഇൻസെൻറ്റീവ്സ് കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. സോ അവേഴ്സ് ഇസ് നോട്ട് എ റിയലി ഇൻസെൻറ്റീവ് ഡ്രിവൺ മോഡൽ അല്ല കേരളത്തിൽ നമ്മൾ ട്രൈ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. കാരണം ഇൻസെൻറ്റീവ് കൊടുത്ത് കമ്പനികൾ വരിക എന്നുള്ളതിനേക്കാൾ ഉപരി എക്കോസിസ്റ്റം ഡ്രിവൺ മോഡലാണ്. ഇവിടെ നല്ല എക്കോസിസ്റ്റം ഉണ്ട്, അതുകൊണ്ട് കമ്പനികൾ വരണം എന്നുള്ള മോഡലാണെങ്കിൽ പോലും പ്രയോറിറ്റി സെക്ടറിലായതുകൊണ്ട് ഇൻസെൻറ്റീവ്സ് നമുക്ക് ഇൻവെസ്റ്റേഴ്സിന് കിട്ടാൻ സാധിക്കും. അതുകൂടാതെ ഇവിടെ മിനിസ്റ്റർ സൂചിപ്പിച്ചു ഗ്രീൻ എൻ്റർപ്രൈസ് പോളിസി പ്രത്യേകമായിട്ട് വരികയാണ്. ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയൽ പോളിസി ഒരു ബ്രോഡ് പോളിസിയാണ്. അതിലുപരിയായി ഈ സെക്ടറിലുള്ള കമ്പനികൾക്ക് ഈ മേഖലയിൽ എന്തൊക്കെ ചെയ്യാൻ സാധിക്കും എന്നുള്ളൊരു ഗ്രീൻ എൻ്റർപ്രൈസ് പോളിസി LSTDയുടെ പരിഗണനയിൽ ഇപ്പോൾ ഉണ്ട്. ആ പോളിസി കൂടി ഇറങ്ങുമ്പോൾ ഐ തിങ്ക് ഇറ്റ് വിൽ ഓപ്പൺ അപ്പ് എ ന്യൂ ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റി ടു എൻ്റർപ്രൈസസ് ഇൻ ദിസ് സെക്ടർ. പിന്നെ ലാസ്റ്റ്ലി അബൌട്ട് ഫെസിലിറ്റേഷൻ ഓർ സപ്പോർട്ടിങ് എൻ്റർപ്രൈസാണ്. അത് നമ്മുടെ മിനിസ്റ്റർ സൂചിപ്പിച്ചു. ഇവിടെ കേരളത്തിലെ എല്ലാ തദ്ദേശ സ്വയംഭരണ സ്ഥാപനങ്ങളിലും എൻ്റർപ്രൈസ് ഡെവലപ്പ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി ദർ ഇസ് എ ഫെസിലിറ്റേറ്റർ. ലോൺ വേണോ, ലൈസൻസ് വേണോ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും പ്രശ്നങ്ങളുണ്ടോ, തർക്കങ്ങളുണ്ടോ, മാർക്കറ്റിംഗ് സപ്പോർട്ട് വേണോ, ദർ ഇസ് വൺ പേഴ്സൺ ഹു ഈസ് എയ്തർ BTech or MBA ഇൻ ഈച്ച് ലോക്കൽ ബോഡി ഇൻ കേരള. അപ്പോൾ ദർ ആർ 1034 സച്ച് പീപ്പിൾ. ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ അത് ഒരു 500 പേരായിട്ട് മാറുകയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഫെസിലിറ്റേഷൻ ഫോർ എൻ്റർപ്രൈസസ് അറ്റ് ഓൾ ലെവൽസ്, പ്രോബ്ലം സോൾവിങ് ആയാലും അത് വ്യവസായ വകുപ്പിൻ്റെ നേതൃത്വത്തിൽ എല്ലാ വകുപ്പുകളെയും കൺവേർ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് ചെറിയ പോളിസി ചേഞ്ചസ് ആവശ്യമുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് നമ്മൾ കോർഡിനേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് എല്ലാ വകുപ്പുകളോടും റിക്വസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യും. സോ ദർ ഇസ് ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് സപ്പോർട്ട് ഫോർ എൻ്റർപ്രൈസസ് ത്രൂ ഔട്ട് കേരള ഇൻ എ ഡീസെൻട്രലൈസ്ഡ് വേ. അപ്പോൾ അതുകൊണ്ട് ഈ ഒരു കാര്യങ്ങൾ ലൈസൻസിലുള്ള വേഗത്തിൽ കൊടുക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റി, ഇക്വിറ്റി ആൻഡ് ലോൺ സപ്പോർട്ട്, policy support, and if new policies are required, that also will be considered, and finally about supporting enterprises. ഇത്രയും കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഈ ഒരു എക്കോസിസ്റ്റത്തിന് വേണ്ടി വ്യവസായ വകുപ്പ് കോർഡിനേറ്റ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. ഐ ഹോപ്പ് വി hope that more enterprises will come in this thriving sector. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your words, sir. Now I invite Sriram Sambashiva Rao IAS, Principal Director LSDD, to offer his felicitation. His role in shaping policies for local governance is instrumental to our mission. Hearty welcome, sir.
Respected LSD Minister, Shri M.B. Rajesh sir, respected Industries Minister, respected KSADC MD, and Scientific Advisor to CM, and all other dignitaries on the dais. I'm extremely happy to see such a large gathering of waste management entrepreneurs here. Thank you very much for accepting the invitation and coming over here. And as told already, this is a unique conference which is going on in Kerala at this point of time. And I also want to put across there's the most opportune time for doing investments in all sectors in Kerala, and especially in waste management sector, as rightly put across by KSADC MD. Ecosystem in Kerala has changed a lot. I just want to give my feedback. Has changed a lot over last few years. Especially in LSD, our Honorable Minister has taken up initiative of introducing reforms in all our acts and policies. We are actually scrutinizing the entire LSD Act and trying to find out if there is any issue for investors, and we are trying to actually ensure ease of doing business is there, and also all kind of compliance burden is removed. Because of this, you are actually aware of the fact that recently Kerala really performed well in ease of doing business sector, and it's a continuous activity. We have formed a large committee to take care of this activity, and hopefully very soon a lot of changes are going to happen in this sector. And as told by KSADC MD Harikishore sir, waste management sector is one of the priority sectors of government of Kerala. Government has actually come up a responsible investment policy. Honorable CM and our honorable ministers always they have been reiterating in every conference that unwavering support will be extended to all kind of investments, especially in all this kind of priority sectors in Kerala. I request all of you to take this opportunity and do invest in waste management sector. I just want to end by saying that in waste management sector, especially Kerala has covered a lot of ground. We have built a huge network of Harthakarma Sena. We have built thousands of MCF plants, tens of RRF plants, tens of high-end waste management plants have also been established. And many plans are actually on its way. And I also want to say in one of the districts in Kerala, a private company has established a huge plant, 100 TPD plant, to take care of all non-bio waste management. And they're doing it very successfully. And in that particular district, they are actually managing most of the non-bio waste. This want to communicate to you people. And also, LSD department is going to come up with a policy also to promote investments in the waste management sectors. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I request all of you to take this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Shri M.C. Dattan, Scientific Advisor to Chief Minister, to offer his felicitation.
Good morning, respected ministers, my dear all friends here. Anu is there, Sambashiva Rao, Harigesh, Jose, Anu, because we are all together for framing the guidelines how to entertain you people, the entrepreneurs. We started, the last ministry has started in 2017. It was a very tough case for framing the guidelines, conditions, etc., how to sign a MOU with the private entrepreneurs for waste processing. First of all, the land. I am so happy to see the CEO of Blue Planet, who met me in my room 4 years back. And he told I brainwashed him to be with us. And he's the only person now starting a plant at Palakkad. We are so happy. We started with 5 agencies. Very unfortunately, the 5 agencies at the very last level, they have to drop and go. And most of the cases, the reason was finance. Now the conditions have changed. I just want to tell you, there was a lot of resistance for mortgaging the land to the entrepreneur. Without mortgaging the land, how an entrepreneur can get loans? It has to go to CM, it has to go to cabinet 2 times. Then only it has been, this last ministry itself, it has been done that now the mortgaging is possible. Second point was the VGF funding. There was no precedence for giving a VGF funding. The problem with the waste processing thing is the financiers are not very happy to support because they have their own doubt whether the money will be getting back. It's a business with a lot of uncertainty. That is the reason the earlier people could not come up through by getting the fund in right time. Then the third point was waste to energy, etc. is beautiful words to tell it. But making energy from waste is not a profitable technology at all. People should understand. The industry is to be supported by huge subsidy. Then only energy is an additional thing which we get it. It has made now. That's why with great difficulty convincing all the ministers and cabinet we could entertain the tipping fee. Harigesh is with me, how much trouble we had to introduce tipping fee. And we have attained a tipping fee by negotiation which no other state gives. So high tipping fee, processing of the waste per ton rate we are giving. That is their main income. And we have also added terms and conditions in such a way from the non-bio waste and also from the bio waste, after processing whatever side products and products which can be sold or can be money value added things are there, they can sell it and get money. And government will not make a role in it. They collect all non-bio things, sort it out, and that sorting it out, that plastic waste for reprocessing or reusing or etc., metallic waste, and all other things, it is their thing. But only thing is they have to dispose properly. They can make money from that. And even from the biogas plant, the manure what is coming in the last thing, etc., they can make it with NPK addition and making nutrition rich, and they can sold and get the money. All these things have been incorporated in the guidelines so that the entrepreneur should survive, sustain with reasonable profit. I am not going to tell more because the panel discussion I will tell more things. But I have only a request to all the government officials here. These entrepreneurs who are volunteered to come up, to take up, help us to start ventures for processing the waste, small or medium or big, whatever it is. Treat them as not business people, treat them as service people. സേവനമാണെന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കി അവരെ സഹായിക്കണം. The money due to them from the government funding at appropriate time. Please be compassionate for helping them without delaying the money. I tell it because of my experience. For clearing a bill and making the payment of the money, there is an inherent delay in the government setup. At least for these people, because അവർ ചെയ്യുന്നതൊരു സർവീസാണ്, സേവനമാണ്, പണമുണ്ടാക്കാനുള്ള ബിസിനസ് മാത്രമല്ല എന്നുള്ള മനോഭാവത്തോടു കൂടി എല്ലാ ഗവൺമെൻറ് ഒഫീഷ്യൽസും ഒരു ധാരണയിലെത്തി സഹകരിക്കണമെന്ന് അപേക്ഷിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ സംസാരിക്കുന്നു. താങ്ക് യു.
Thank you, sir. Following this, I invite Sri Anup Ampika, CEO, Kerala Startup Mission, to join us to share his felicitation. His efforts in nurturing innovation and entrepreneurship among startups are pivotal to today's discussions. Hearty welcome, sir.
Thank you, and Honorable Minister, dignitaries, officers on the stage of the dais, and my dear friends and entrepreneurs who have joined here together. I want to just say 2 words, two points. One, which city is consistently ranked as the cleanest city in India? Indore. And I'm told, I've never been to Madhya Pradesh, but I'm told that every person who goes to Indore has one feeling, that is, from the kid, from the tea seller to the CEO, everybody is so proud about the cleanliness of that city. And I'm pretty certain that there is a summer camp that is being organized for students named Kalapila by the Vellar Arts and Crafts Village. A group of around 60 students came together for a summer camp. And they started their camp by putting feathers for that crow. You know, the Vruthi logo crow, they put feathers on that. And Vruthi has created that impression all the way from the small kids to the highest authorities in the state. I would like to congratulate the LSGD department and all the officials who have done this great change, social change, that will create ripples for the future. The second point is, and we will be talking a little bit more in the afternoon with Joe sir in the panel discussion. For all the entrepreneurs who are here, if you are a registered startup in the state of Kerala, there is a government order called Government as a Marketplace, wherein any government department can procure up to 50 lakh of your services without a tender. It is called a direct procurement process. This applies not only for the IT or the technology projects, but also for the waste management providers. 50 lakhs without a tender and 3 crores with a limited tender among the startups, which means that if you are a registered startup in the state of Kerala, you have direct access to project worth up to 3 crores, which you can participate in. I wanted you all to know that such a provision exists, and we will talk more about it. Thank you so much, sir, for inviting me here today, and all the very best for all the entrepreneurs and the officials who have joined here together. I think we are on to a great start, and we'll make some great strides forward together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Finally, to conclude the inaugural session, I invite Shri U.V. Jose IAS, Executive Director, Shujitha Mission, to deliver the vote of thanks. His tireless efforts in coordinating Vruthi 2025 has brought all of us here today. Hearty welcome, sir.
Honorable Minister, honorable members on the dais of the dais. Today, I think it's a big day for the waste management sector in the state. So many enterprises have gathered. With a very short notice, we planned this just, with less than 1 month time. So, thanks a lot for listening to the invitation of LSAD. Now, maybe this is for the first time we are organizing such an event for the waste management sector, because business meet we hear, investors meet, business meet in the industry sector and the other sectors we normally hear, and it happens. But specifically for waste management, we are doing it for the first time, and we were little reluctant in actually while planning whether how the response will be, whether we will get enough players in this sector to come to Kerala. Because Kerala, if you see the waste management models which we have been doing, we were actually trying to resolve the issue locally. Most of the things which are happening now in the state, including the very famous now global Tumbumuri model, it's all indigenous model, very local model. So we are actually trying to create local model, do with local people, local community, but with global standards. So that is what have been, it was going on in that way. Now everyone understand that just with the local model, local entrepreneurs, we cannot now, get into the final solution of the problem. So that is the reason why we thought, Honorable Minister, when we started discussing Vruthi Conclave concept, is that there has to be a business meet. We need to invite players from the nation and even from outside if possible to show our people what all things are happening. And then, that is what is happening in the Vruthi exhibition. Now, here, the people who are interested to invest in Kerala should be invited and then given, tell them the opportunity what is lying here. And that is why we are here, you all are here. And thanks a lot once again for this. We have been again with the industries department. We were actually working together. Now, industries managing director, KSIDC, Mr. Harikishore actually told, and Honorable Minister also told about the, what all things the department is actually keeping for you. Okay, the incentives and the facilitation, etc. So that is going to help. And also we were working with the startup mission for the last 6 months very closely. We had many rounds of discussion to, how to facilitate the startups to actually invest in the sector. So this meet is actually the culmination of the efforts which we have been actually doing. Now let me get into my duty. This meet presidential address is being done by none other than our leader, Honorable Minister Rajesh sir, and I thank our leader, MP Rajesh sir, Honorable Minister for Local Self-Government and Excise, for doing the presidential address. This meet was inaugurated by none other than the person whom we wanted actually to inaugurate this. So with very wholeheartedly, sir, the minister actually agreed to come for the inauguration of this meet, and the inauguration was done on time. So we thank on behalf of LSTD and all of you present here. Big thanks to Honorable Minister for Industries, Sri P. Rajiv sir. I also thank my colleague Anupama, the Special Secretary for LSTD, who is actually leading us from the front for every aspects in waste management. Managing Director KSIDC, Sri Harikishore sir. Now you heard his word, how with what a confidence he is actually telling, what all things Kerala can provide you. Okay, Divya, okay, yeah. So I thank Sri Ram Sambashivarao, the Principal Director, Local Self-Government Department, who is leading the department from the front. Now Dr. Divya S. Iyer has already come here. Thank you very much for attending this function. Sri Anup Ambika, the CEO of Kerala Startup Mission has been Mr. Anup and Varun. They were actually now taking us through the startup mission. Many startups are now coming forward in this sector. So I thank Sri Anup Ambika for for giving us light to get into the startups. I also thank everyone who is present here. I am not naming. A lot of CEOs are there. Extremely happy to see such a wonderful gathering of investors in waste management. Very specific waste management. I think by end of this day, you all will be satisfied. The time, the value for the time which you have spent, the value for the time which you have spent. Now, I also invite all of you for the Vruthi Conclave. Don't go from here. You will have to actually visit our conclave, and you see and believe what is happening in Kerala. You will have to actually come, see and believe. So we have actually kept a lot of surprises there for you to see and believe. And thank you very much once again for everyone who have actually gathered here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your gracious words. Next, I invite Dr. Divya S. Iyer, Project Director, Kerala Soil Waste Management Project, to share her felicitations. With that, we can conclude our inaugural session. Thank you all the dignitaries for coming here. Thank you.
We will now take a short tea break for 10 minutes. Kindly proceed to the refreshment area. We will start the next session soon.
I kindly request everybody to take their seats. We'll soon begin our next session. I kindly welcome the dignitaries to kindly take the seat in the dais. Welcome back, everyone. We now move to a significant moment of this event. We are honored to witness the signing of the Kochi-Brahmapuram CBG Plan tripartite agreement among Srimati Anupama TV IAS Special Secretary LSTD, Sri Shankar M Executive Director BPCL, and Sri Shibu PS Secretary Kochi Municipal Corporation. This momentous occasion will take place in the esteemed presence of Honorable MP Rajesh LSTD Minister and Honorable Advocate M Anil Kumar, Mayor Cochin Corporation, and other dignitaries. This MOU marks a collaborative step in strengthening PPP projects in Kerala in the waste management sector. Thank you.
I'll explain a little bit about the background of this particular project. As you know, BPCL has set up for Cochin Corporation and 150 ton per day capacity bio waste management plant. It's a compressed biogas plant, fully set up by the BPCL in the land owned and managed by Cochin Corporation. So this is a partnership model which we are envisaging for next 25 years. So the ceremony that's going to happen here is an agreement signing ceremony of the tripartite agreement among Cochin Corporation, BPCL and government. So government is facilitating the entire process. Cochin Corporation is providing all the physical amenities and BPCL is exclusively setting up the plan. So we are especially thankful for the BPCL for this kind of a support, because Cochin as a city has been managing its bio-waste for quite a long time, but now we are institutionalizing it further and in their own land. So it's a very proud moment for the Cochin Corporation as well as for the state government. So we are thankful for the partnership of BPCL in this regard. Would like to add that we are planning to extend this partnership in other municipal corporations also in the coming days. I hope Honorable Minister is going to explain a little bit about it. Yeah. So I'll request Honorable Minister also to share a few words about this. Thank you.
Dignitaries on and off the dais and friends. LSTD Special Secretary Anupama TV has already explained the background of this BPCL plan in Brahmapuram, Cochin. Immediately after the fire that happened in Brahmapuram 2 years back, that happened in February 2023. As Honorable Industries Minister explained earlier, BPCL approached us to set up a CBG plant in Brahmapuram. The government immediately responded to their offer, and on the same day, we had conducted a minister-level meeting in which Chief Secretary also attended, and we took the decision to go ahead with the BPCL plans. And it was announced on the same day. Then things moved fastly and they started the work. Now the plant has been completed and trial run is going on. We are hopeful that it can be inaugurated soon. And that was a breakthrough as far as bio-waste management in Kerala is concerned. Following this plant, BPCL has offered us to set up more plants in the city of Trivandrum, Kollam, and Calicut. Further, 2 more plants are going to be set up in Changanasheri and Thrissur. And as explained here, Blue Planet is almost going to complete one similar CBG plant of 200 TPD per day, TPD in Palakkad. So with this, there will be 7 plants, compressed biogas plants in Kerala. Apart from this, we are envisaging one WT in Brahmapuram, Cochin, as part of our Cochin master plan, this Brahmapuram master plan. Government and the corporation has approved the master plan, so that will also help us to meet the challenges of waste management, both in the city of Cochin and throughout the state. So this is an important occasion as far as Kerala is concerned. So we are very happy to have this agreement signed here in this historic conclave on sanitation. And I would like to assure entrepreneurs and investors attending this business meet that we are here to welcome you and extend all possible support to set up waste management projects and plants here in Kerala. With these words, I conclude. Thank you.
I now invite Honorable Mayor, Cochin Corporation, to speak a few words.
All the dignitaries, including the Honorable Minister on the dais and all dignitaries on and off the dais, I want to make 1 or 2 points very fast. The first one I want to tell you is that I want to thank the Honorable Minister, Sri M.B. Rajesh, for making these changes happen in Kerala. I am proud that Kochi is the first city to launch all these projects, to complete all these projects. Kerala was a front runner in many things. I needn't explain literacy, even in waste management, Tumbur Muri, everything. We were pivotal in bringing many initiatives. But I would say that under Sri M.B. Rajesh, Kerala has changed its trajectory in a manner that I would have wished to have, and many others in the country would have wished, that Kerala is going to have the largest number of centralized compressed biogas plants. That is what he was mentioning. I think we need to give him a big clap for all this. It is not only on waste management, I would say the K-Smart that yesterday, that also I had the pleasure to originate it from Kochi. The government took its lead, the government took it forward, the minister took it forward, and now K-Smart is now going to have its lead role in all the panchayats in Kerala. So, the second point I want to tell is that we have the most reputed public sector with us. That is BPCL. The executive director is there. The whole plant has been given free of cost as a special CSR, a special package they have given it. And I want to proudly say that we completed the entire construction at least 6 months before schedule. This is also, I believe that it is one of the biggest landmark of this CBG project. The third one already the Honorable Minister told about the, the entire plan that is going to unfold in Brahmapuram. So Brahmapuram was actually a crisis for us, but the crisis was turned into an opportunity, and that opportunity was led by our Honorable LSTD Minister, and he was not alone in that. We gave a helping hand, but more than all of us, I believe that even the bureaucrats here. Now, Madam Anupama is known as the Special Secretary, and I feel that she has always been the Special Secretary in all these endeavors. She has always stood very firm. Mr. UV Jose IAS is there. All the bureaucrats in Kerala has also stood hand in glove with the corporation and with the government to make all this happen. So now since Brahmapuram is going to have the other plants also working, we are going with a waste to energy plant, The minister has also already decided to have a waste to energy plant, a windrow compost plant again in Brahmapuram, plastic treatment plant in Brahmapuram. We are trying to bring this as a model, not to simply do it in Kochi alone, but to take this to the entire length and breadth of Kerala. So I believe that since all of you are genuine investors, entrepreneurs, we need more entrepreneurs in Kerala. The government is also working very hard to have more entrepreneurs in Kerala. That's why our industries minister led the path to see that everybody all over the country join us in this growth trajectory. So thank you everyone, and thank you Minister for giving me an opportunity to be present at this prestigious event. And a big thank you to Bharat Petroleum Corporation for having done all this and for all the plans. Thank you.
Thank you for your words, sir. Next, I invite Sri Shankar M, Executive Director, BPCL Cochin Refinery, to deliver a few words.
Good morning to all. I'm really excited that I'm able to tell in front of all of you how government has helped, including Mayor, how he helped us to move forward this project. That same day when they have taken decision, within few months, all the things are in place and we could start the construction. And I'm very happy to tell that last month in March, we have taken the cow dung, which is one of the important steps for commissioning in our digester. That means what happens is before taking a municipal waste, we have to take a cow dung, which we have taken. Now it will start slowly generating gas. In course of time, we'll be taking municipal waste. So that means our construction activities are also going in parallel, plus our commissioning. So I'm really happy that the government has led a way and allowed us to construct and commission plant in a very shortest time. So I encourage all the entrepreneurs that you all should come forward and see how we can make use of this encouraging government. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Now let's move on to the signing of the tripartite agreement. I welcome the esteemed dignitaries. Now I invite Sri UV Jose IAS to deliver our closing words.
Thanks to all who are present and made this very nice occasion happen, including our Honorable Minister for LSTD, MP Rajesh, Honorable Mayor of Kochi, Anil Kumar, and Executive Director BPCL. I, using this event, now I am expecting many more such occasion come in future. Thanks a lot.
ബ്രഹ്മപുരം മാലിന്യ സംസ്കരണ കേന്ദ്രത്തിലെ തീ അണയ്ക്കാൻ ശ്രമം തുടരുന്നു. ബ്രഹ്മപുരത്ത് തീ പറഞ്ഞത്
കൊച്ചി ബ്രഹ്മപുരം മാലിന്യ പ്ലാന്റിലെ തീ അണയ്ക്കാൻ
നിലവിൽ 250ഓളം ജീവനക്കാർ, 32 ഫയർ യൂണിറ്റുകൾ, നിരവധി ഹിറ്റാച്ചികൾ, ഉയർന്ന ശേഷിയുള്ള മോട്ടോർ പമ്പുകൾ എന്നിവ ഉപയോഗിച്ചാണ് ഈ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾ നടത്തിയിട്ടുള്ളത്.
ബ്രഹ്മപുരം പ്രശ്നത്തിൽ ഒരു ശാശ്വതമായ പരിഹാരം ഉണ്ടാകണമെന്നാണ് സർക്കാർ കാണുന്നത്.
തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും നമുക്ക് ഈ പ്രശ്നങ്ങൾ പരിഹരിക്കാൻ കഴിയുക തന്നെ ചെയ്യും. അറബിക്കടലിന്റെ രാജകുമാരി എന്നറിയപ്പെടുന്ന കൊച്ചിയെ നമുക്ക് ഒരു പൂങ്കാവനമാക്കി മാറ്റാൻ കൂട്ടായിട്ട് ഒരുമിച്ച് പരിശ്രമിക്കാം.
ഇനിയൊരു ബ്രഹ്മപുരം ആവർത്തിക്കാതിരിക്കാൻ മാലിന്യ സംസ്കരണം എന്ന ലക്ഷ്യം നമുക്ക് സാക്ഷാത്കരിക്കേണ്ടതുണ്ട്. അതിനായി കക്ഷി രാഷ്ട്രീയ വ്യത്യാസമില്ലാതെ എല്ലാവരും അണിനിരക്കുന്ന ഒരു ജനകീയ യത്നം നമുക്ക് ആരംഭിക്കാം.
Thank you all esteemed dignitaries.
Let's start the panel discussion on investment sectors and possibilities in waste management. I now invite Shri U.V. Jose, IAS, Executive Director of Shujitha Mission, to deliver a presentation on key challenges and potential investment possibilities in the waste management sector in Kerala. The session will set the tone for the day's discussion.
I will not take too much time because everyone is waiting for starting the panel discussion. So I'll just take you through few slides just to set the background on what we are going to discuss further. The scenario, I am not detailing it, but then Kerala has been very unique in following a decentralized waste management process, and still that continues. But we have to reach the, we have to actually take the challenges in achieving the saturation and scientific disposal. There are some gaps, even though we have been following decentralized approach. We are now coming across certain gaps in getting it saturated. There are, we have lack of community and centralized infrastructure to get into the full complete, complete saturation. Liquid waste management, again, we have a lot of gap, not like the solid waste management, which where we could actually go far forward. But in liquid waste management, we have a lot of gaps. We have the issue of pollution of water bodies and environmental degradation. Decentralized approaches and public awareness campaigns being implemented to address this issue, but then that is not enough. The solid waste scenario in the state, we have corporation 6, municipalities 87, Gram Panchayats 941, so 1034 local bodies with the population of 3.57 crores. So by considering a per capita waste generation of average 350 gram per day per person, the total waste generation is coming to just more than 10,000 tons per day. Out of that, we have around 7,400 TPD biodegradable and 2,000 plus non-biodegradable, plus 500 plus inert, and that is a kind of configuration of the characteristics of the waste which is generated. And the NBD, the non-biodegradable waste, where the approximate quantity divisions are recyclables 1,000 plus, RDF 700 tons per day, rejects around 100 tons per day, sanitary waste around 100 tons per day, domestic hazardous around 200. If you take the liquid waste management scenario, the population with the population of 3.57 crores, we have a generation, total waste generation of 2,860 MLD, wherein the grey water generation is 1,700 and black water is 1,160. Out of the total biodegradable waste generation, 7,400 plus TPD, through the source level and the limited community level facilities, we have an estimate of processing facility of around 4,000 ton per day, still have a big gap of 3,000 plus. On the non-biodegradable waste management, we have actually gone forward with a very systematic collection and processing mechanism, and that is what we are actually celebrating now. There also, we have to get into the saturation. There are certain gaps, like the transport facility, we have to actually augment that. Recycling facility has started in public sector as well as in private sector, but very minimal now. Processing plants and forward linkage need to be improved. Okay, we have sufficient number of material collection facilities and resource recovery facility, but then all those have to be now modernized, and then we will have to actually go forward. And the forward linkage of the rejects after the recyclables have been segregated, that need to be taken care within the state. Now we are actually managing it with the cement plants outside the state. So these are the quantities which are actually estimated. Out of total 2,000 plus TPD non-biodegradable, we have recyclables of around 200, refuse RDF around 700. Yeah, there are gaps now. We have, other than the bio and non-bio, we have special waste problems. We are managing it now to some extent, but a lot of investment now has to come in managing the special waste, e-waste, sanitary waste, construction demolition waste, hair waste, etc., etc. construction and demolition waste estimate is around 1,000 ton per day, and we don't have any, there's no construction and demolition facility, in the state. So there is a big opportunity lying there. Sanitary waste generation around 100 TPD. There are few plants now. 2 are there working, and another 5 immediately working. Another 50 plus is coming up. But there are many more plants need to come to manage the sanitary waste generation, the waste. The major problem which we are actually finding in the solid waste management is the end disposal of the non-biodegradable and the rejects. The rejects of the non-bio and the biodegradable little bit, the inerts also, and that need to be addressed. And we are actually now thinking of waste to energy plants for managing the rejects instead of sending that to the cement plants, because a lot of issues are created while the borders are crossed. And we are almost getting into a dump site free state, because all the dump sites which are there now are being remediated very scientifically. Biomining is happening, and their pioneers are actually sitting inside this room itself. But the lot of work is happening in that side. So we will not have any dump yard to kind of manage the rejects, and we also don't have sanitary landfill. So we the major landfill which are planned under government project is actually getting getting delayed. So there are possibilities of investment in that sector also, sanitary landfills. Lot of potential investment opportunities. We are actually, as I said in my earlier this thing, we're actually surviving with the local technology and all, but there are enough opportunity for improving the source level this thing itself, because we are actually targeting to improve and augment the to support the source level also. So improved source level facilities and community level facilities. CBG's plans, as you have seen one of the signing now, many more are going to come. And we have identified clusters for CBG plants that we have potential, but may not be of the kind of 150, 100 ton per day, but less than that, maybe 30 to 50, 30, 60 kind of capacity CBG plants are the one which will have more potential in the state. Plastic recycling plants, again, since everything is actually, most of the things are going outside the state, so we want investors to actually put money into recycling. Also, the RDF plants for managing the RDFs scientifically. Digital initiatives, artificial intelligence, etc. has to have. We have a good, robust app, Harithamitram app, which actually takes care of the collection of the non-biodegradable waste now, collection, and then its further management. But then a lot more to come in this area. Sanitary napkin, I said, incinerators, C&D processing plants, waste to energy for rejects, sanitary landfills, all these are now potential opportunities. In liquid waste management, it's almost open. Anything is accepted kind of this thing, because we have been heavily depending upon the septic tank system, and now it is scientifically proved that that is not a solution, because it has to be augmented with the fecal sludge management system, and there are a lot of scope for that, because most of our families have households and the other units have septic tank system, which has to be now desludged, and the sludge has to, the fecal sludge need to be managed. So that is to be there, and also The grey water, which is actually have not been addressed at all. The grey water is now straight away going to the field or the homestead, etc. We were not really concerned on that, but now a lot of initiatives are coming to. Government of India is also supporting grey water management in a big way. So we are looking for solutions in grey water as well as black water management. So opportunity for investors and startups in this, big opportunity. FSTPs, yes, because the it's very difficult to find solution through STPs because the networking is a really big problem in the state. So STPs are not the real solution. Therefore, we are heavily depending on the FSTPs. Wherein the underground new models have to come, you will have to really innovate because the space availability here, especially for FSTPs, because of protests from people and the lack of land available, suitable land available, we'll have to go underground mostly. So we are promoting underground, the latest technology, FSTPs. STPs definitely it's coming, but then we are more promoting FSTPs. And also wherever it's not possible, either STPs or FSTP, mobile treatment units are now coming up. The Wash Institute have created one such model. Now in our exhibition happening in Vruthi, there is another model which has been developed. Very scientific model, another one. So these are all opportunities and packaged units, considering the land availability and the settlement pattern here. So invest your time on this. Thank you.
Now we can dive into our main session of this business meet, the panel discussion. These discussions will be moderated by Sri Shashank Vildandla, Director, Wash Institute. Sri Shashank Vildandla has over 25 years of experience in water, sanitation and hygiene sector. He leads in fecal site management initiatives and works closely with Ministry of Jal Shakti and Ministry of Urban Development on national sanitation missions. Welcome, sir. Kindly come forward and take the seat on the dais.
Next, I would like to welcome our distinguished panelists. Our first panel member is Sri M.C. Dattan, Scientific Advisor to Chief Minister, Government of Kerala. Sri M.C. Dattan is a distinguished space scientist and former director of Vikram Sarabhai Space Centre. A Padma Shri awardee in 2014, he remains a guiding force in Kerala's scientific and technological programs. I welcome you, sir.
Our next panelist is Sri Shashi Prakash, General Manager of CBG Biofuels at Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, a Fortune 500 Maharatna PSU under the Government of India. BPCL is actively advancing in the renewable energy space with a strong focus on biofuels, especially compressed biogas. The company plans to establish 26 CBG plants across India over the next 2 to 3 years through direct investment or private partnership. One such plant in Kerala is nearing completion at Brahmapuram remediated grounds. I welcome you to the dais, sir.
Our next panel member is Sri N. Rao, Vice President and Head of Business Development, Antony Waste Handling Cell Limited. Antony Waste Handling Cell Limited, founded in 2001, based in Thane, is a leading player in India's municipal solid waste management sector. It was the first company in this space to be listed on both BSE and NSE after its 2020 IPO. Welcome, sir.
Our next panel member, Sanjeev Kumar Singh, Head, Strategic Growth and Policy Advocacy of RE Sustainability. Mr. Sanjeev Kumar, with over 25 years of experience in environmental sustainability, leads strategic growth and transformation at RE Sustainability, a pioneer in integrated waste and resource management across Asia. He has been instrumental in setting up key facilities like India's largest municipal waste treatment plant in Delhi and has influenced national pollution control policy. RDSL, based in Hyderabad, runs 100 plus facilities focused on circular economy solutions, including waste to energy, RDF, and recycling innovations. Welcome, sir.
Our next panel member is Sri Prashant Singh, co-founder and CEO, Blue Planet Environmental Solutions. Blue Planet Environmental Solution is a leading Asian waste management company driving the circular economy through advanced technologies. Since 2017, it has processed 40 million tons of waste, reclaimed 600 plus acres of land, and supplied 2 million tons of alternative fuel across 170 global projects in 15 countries. The company, which processes 25,000 tons of waste daily, is building Kerala's first centralized waste-to-energy plant and focuses on data-driven zero waste-to-landfill solution. I welcome you, sir.
Our next panel member is Sri Ashok Chowdhury, Senior Vice President, Angur Scientific Energy Technologies. Ashok Chowdhury is a seasoned professional with over 30 years of experience in marketing, sales, and business development across various industries. Angur Scientific, founded in 1986, develops in-house gasification technologies to convert biomass and waste into energy, fuels, and chemicals with over 1,000 systems deployed in 40 plus countries. Welcome, sir. Let me hand over the session to Shashank, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, and good morning, everybody. I'm privileged and honored to moderate this panel. There are some very accomplished and esteemed organizations and people represented on this dais, and I'm sure in the audience also. So welcome to all of you again. Let's get started. We've had a lot of context setting since the morning. In fact, one of the projects for which the MOU was signed is, I think, a lighthouse project for waste management and how to take this sector forward. And I guess the core objective of this session is perhaps to encourage a lot more such projects to come up in Kerala. So if I have to sum that up in a very simple way, Kerala has done a lot in solid waste management. Kerala is looking for all of our support to take it forward to the logical conclusion. Environmental outcomes, economic outcomes, tourism-related outcomes have to come from further investment and further effort in this direction. And therefore, the state is looking for a good, robust, honest, open discussion today on how we can facilitate that. I think that is the core objective. If all my panelists, with their support and with your support, let's see if we can bring out the intricacies and nuances of how we can achieve this. Yeah? So that is our objective today. Jose sir set out the context, and in the morning also we saw a lot of discussion around where we are. I will now take that context and slightly bring it to the level of the entrepreneur, if I may. I will try. I myself am from a NGO. So the DNA is very different. Please work with me on this. We will do this together. I am Shashank. I am from the Water, Sanitation and Hygiene Institute, WASH Institute. We are a national NGO. We have a presence in 15, 16 locations across the country. Our primary purpose is to promote water and sanitation across the country. We support the Swachh Bharat Mission Urban and Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin in the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs as well as Ministry of Jal Shakti. And we are privileged to be a PMU to Suchitwa Mission in Kerala. So as I said, our purpose is water and sanitation. Now, what we will start with today is a little bit of a further context. So you saw the infrastructure gap in Kerala. Jose sir set that out very clearly. Kerala is very, very good at primary collection and transport. In fact, they are a pioneer. We are a pioneer
in source segregation. Our quality of waste that comes out from the households is probably unmatched in the country in many ways, because most households in Kerala keep the wet waste to themselves and only give the dry waste, right? So there, a big problem for waste management kind of gets mitigated already. Now, broadly speaking, there is household waste, there are bulk generators, and then there are special waste like industrial waste and hazardous waste and e-waste and C&D waste and so on and so forth. So this is just to set a context. I'm just repeating some certain things. How do we do the primary collection and transportation, secondary, and in some cases, the tertiary transport, post-recyclable transport to processing sector? That is one of the things that we will hopefully get into with the support of our panelists, right? Then there is, of course, a lot of gap, as you can see in the numbers, in terms of recyclable, right? So that is where a little bit of, and when we talk about recyclables, we think it is one bucket, but there are 7 types of plastics. Some of them have solutions, some of them don't have solutions. So how do we deal with all of these? In a very nuanced way, we will seek support from our panelists to understand that, right? There are, of course, other nuances here. We'll get into that as we go along. On the liquid waste side, like Jose sir said, it's a blue ocean strategy. Some of, if you follow the theory of strategies, it's completely open. So there are villages, there are towns, there are cities, and all of these, in fact, again, to highlight what is very, very good about Kerala, in a lot of towns and villages, both grey water and black water is managed at the household level today. How do you make sure that that water does not contaminate the drinking water? Is it that we just look at piped drinking water solution so that we take the wells out of the equation? Some of these strategic elements have to also be figured out, but it's an open sort of situation, and solutions can be innovative, can be radical, can jump, a couple of generations of solutions can be jumped, and therefore that is completely open. So with this, I would like to now request my panelists, starting with Datan sir. So Datan sir is the Kerala context. He will guide us with what is Kerala, what has happened, what is possible, what he expects, and where all the entrepreneurs and industry can come in and pitch in. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, Shashank. I repeat what he told. A lot of things have been done in Kerala, but I say a lot more is yet to be done. It's only in the beginning. And I am extremely happy today to introduce these 2 guys. Prashant Singh, the CEO of Blue Planet, the first person, the first firm who could start constructing a centralized waste processing plant at Palakkad. It's coming up very fast. And second person is the Shashi Prakash, the BPCL CEO, where the people have already signed an MOU and it is coming up very fast in Brahmapura on bioplant. I have already given an introduction, a few words during the inaugural function. I don't want to add anything more. Other than when a discussion comes, I will actively participate with the government background, government constraints, and the total interaction what the government do with the public and the people at the LSGs of the various Panchayat, municipality and the corporation. Case by case when it comes, again. Yesterday we have a very good session with the banking, financing agents, etc. Ashok was with me. And a lot of people, after the session, I could meet a lot of young, smart guys. I think here, maybe those people will be here also, they were having idea to start small units. I think we should encourage such people. A person has come and telling about the bottles. It's a nuisance for the state now. You go everywhere on the roads, bottles will be empty bottles we can see that nobody is to collect it. In my childhood, it was a money value item, people used to come and collect bottles and give it. Now nobody wants it. I just gave an introduction in my talk, because 9 years I am on this job, each and every, including the hair waste from the barber shop. I was looking, how it can be done. I tried my best. Now something has come, some products are getting developed. Bottles, people don't take it because one main reason in Kerala is the labor is so costly. This boy, who came to me and he's from Kayankulam and he just started a small unit in Varkala municipality area. See, bottles is a very peculiar thing. There are people who are collecting it for the reprocessing. I had a discussion with the Pondicherry glass factory. They are South India. They are the only people who are collecting waste bottles. But the conditions are there. Bottles are available only in 3 colors: plain, green, and coffee brown. That is to be sorted out. And other than bottle, nothing should be there. Your cap and attachment, labor, nothing should be there. It should be cleaned. And after cleaning, you have to grind to chips. And you put in a bag, ready bag, and deliver to them. They will give good money. This is a business. And this person, and I was very happy, and I noted his address also to help him. He came and told, he just asked me, sir, I am doing all these things, etc. But can you tell me something? Some automation technique so that the caps and the bottles can be removed automatically and washing can be done automatically. I told very difficult because that machinery, automatic machinery will cost you a lot and you are not supposed to have such a costly machinery and investment for a small business. I told why? Sir, 1,000 rupees I have to pay to the local wages, for a coolie fellow for doing this thing, this unskilled job. Now, Bengalis are here, everywhere Bengalis are there for doing manual job. Our people will not do any manual job. But Bengalis also is having 1,000 rupees per day. So he is finding it so difficult. I am telling the practical problems. He is finding it so difficult to employ 3 or 4 manual laborers for making the product, the raw material, to an acceptable level for the industry to accept. Typical, I just told. This is the case with many, many places. But otherwise, there is chances for many, many industries. And bio-waste processing also, by collecting hospital bio canteens, they are putting, etc. A lot of youngsters have come up, with ideas, etc. We can help them. Only thing is the government should help by enforcing rules. Here the culture is, people will not obey any rules and regulations. And the punishment is so soft. I was talking to Minister Rajesh sir, I was talking. The moment punishment and fine should be strong and it should be implemented meticulously, then only people will obey. A person came from Calicut, Malappuram area for, processing, a most modern technology of processing chicken waste, meat waste and such kind of things. It's a difficult process. That digestion is not that easy. We can't put it in the biodigester, usual biodigester as we put it in the vegetable waste and food waste. But there are a lot of factories, firms are there making chicken, poultry and making meat, beef, all other things. They all pack it and dump it to the water bodies. And the government is not strict. The concerned agencies or the municipality or panchayat are not vigilant in catching them and fining them or putting in the jail. That should be not only that. I went to them and told the panchayat fellows, I told them, while giving a license, you also ensure that to whom is entrusting the waste. And you encourage such entrepreneurs for having the waste processing system and insist the other people, the meat generating people, etc., to show a record that how much they are giving to them and how much they are paying and put the rates reasonably high so that the entrepreneur will sustain. Play another example I told. Like that, the government should frame rules and regulations to control the system to make the public aware of it. Initially, there may be resistance, but people will tune. People will tune to the system and they will be aware, and we can implement this. I don't want to continue. I just hand over the mic to the next speaker.
Thank you, sir. You have touched upon many critical topics, the cost of wages, need for new solutions, for new materials. We talk about e-waste, sir is talking about hair. So there is a lot of nitty-gritty things which need to be worked out to make this successful. You also touched about licensing of operators, very crucial aspect. And of course, most important, what should be the pricing so that the revenues are sufficient for entrepreneurs to sustain. I now invite Shri Shashi Prakash. Sir, what would be great to know is a broad overview of the work that BPCL is doing in the first round of introductions, what you are doing, what is the purpose, and where you are going with this, how it contributes to the sector. Thank you.
Good morning to all. Thank you, Shashank sir and Datan sir and other panelists to give me the opportunity. As Joe sir pointed out in the introductory session, the increasing waste generation and the present methodology for disposal of waste is a big challenge for many of the cities. It is estimated that over 62 million metric ton of waste is generated in India. So the major quantity of this waste is disposed as landfill. It is happy to note that Joseph told that in Kerala we are not continuing this landfill process. So this landfill will create a lot of issues, mainly health hazards, air and water pollution, then frequent fire, which we have faced at Brahmapuram. Lot of challenges are there. And another there's availability of sufficient quantity of segregated waste at a centralized location. As Datan sir told, the segregation is the primary requirement. Because if the waste is not segregated, these plants will not function. So we require at least 90 to 95% segregated waste, then only we can operate this plant. Because the reject handling is, especially in Kerala, the labor rates are high, so only manual segregation is possible. That is one of the challenge we have to address. So this challenge we can address by awareness creation at a different level, education institutions, organization, like that we have to create more awareness, then only the segregation level will improve. In morning, sir told that indoor model. Indoor, they are following a 6-bin system. So different type of waste they are collecting from the households. So category-based collection is happening. So those are some of the models followed in other cities. Of course, we have a good practice of waste segregation through Haritha Karma Sena. Maybe we have to implement in other places also. Then financial constraints of local administration. That is one of the challenges. So those challenges, say, organization like BPCL can take care because we can invest for the project. So that is not a big issue. Then availability of land for setting up an economically viable plant. Say, for setting up a plant of 150 TPD, we require at least 10 acres of land. So availability of land, that much land is one of the challenges. Because the plant capacity is less than 150 TPD, then it is not economically viable. So land availability is another challenge. Then creating market for biomanure, I already mentioned, it is another challenge. Then technological challenges in handling mixed waste, as Datan sir told. See, this mixed waste is a challenge. So we have to follow the segregation system strictly. Then higher capex and opex for smaller capacity, this I already mentioned. Then I mentioned about the Sadatha scheme. So Sadatha scheme aims to promote this CBG plant, primarily using this wet waste or other biomass like paddy straw, cattle dung, then industry waste like press mud, spent wash and all. So in India, currently 100 CBG plants are functional under Sadat scheme. So we oil and gas marketing companies are promoters of Sadat scheme by providing long-term off-take support of gas. How much gas they are producing, we can market that gas. So that support we are providing. And other so many enabling schemes are there. So private companies can invest in this CBG sector under Sadat scheme. See, recently many of the enabling policies are announced for setting up the CBG plant of 12 TPD, 12 ton CBG production capacity. 10 crore subsidy is available under MNRE. Then there is a pipeline infrastructure development scheme recently announced by Ministry of Petroleum. Then biomass aggregation machinery purchase also, Ministry of Petroleum is giving subsidy up to 9 crore. So many enabling policies are there. And under Govardhan scheme, 1,000 biogas plants are there, 26 are in Kerala. This is more number of plants are there, but under Govardhan scheme, nearly 1,000 plants are there. There are successfully operated MSW plants like Indore it is there, Pune it is there, Goa, then Delhi. So many CBG plants, successful MSW based plant. I am talking about MSW. Other plants I already mentioned. 100 plants are functional. So therefore, setting up a MSW based plant, there is a good opportunity in the state because we are generating nearly 10,000 ton of waste per day, wet waste. So there is a good opportunity for investors. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, please. We can feel free to give a round of applause once somebody finishes. No need to hesitate at all. You know, what sir is talking about is 26 CBG plants in Kerala and thousands across the country. In fact, compressed biogas, if you compare it with petrol, diesel, or any of the other fossil fuels, and if you compare well to wheel, if you follow what I'm saying, well, extraction point to wheel, the usage point, compressed biogas is by far the least polluting, the least greenhouse gas emission, carbon footprint fuel available to us. And that is why the government is promoting it so heavily with subsidies and with CBG offtake revenues and so on. So I thank Shashi Prakash ji for highlighting one aspect specifically, which is what are the outcomes of these initiatives that we are trying to undertake. He has talked about pollution prevention also. He talked about air pollution, preventing land and water pollution and so on. And also talked about the positive aspects, which is once you generate the manure, it goes back to soil and you are having nutrient recycling. And therefore, reuse recycling of nutrients, energy, and in the case of treated water, when we get to it, water recycling as well. So thank you, sir. I would now call upon Shri N.N. Rao from Antony Waste Handling to also give us an overview of Antony Waste Handling's work and how they see investment opportunities in Kerala. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. I am Narayan Rao, representing Antony Waste Handling Cell. Basically, let me put it in this way. The person sitting here, they want the business opportunity in waste management. What is the business opportunity in waste management? That is what the core theme of here, the persons who are sitting, whether they can come to business, whether they get money or not. But see, there, every business, you will get money. No doubt about it. But waste management is the one business you will not get money. The sir clearly told, you will not get money. You will get some byproducts, you will sell it, you will get some income. But the main income which is coming, the way sir told, the fee, user fee. That means the waste you are disposing from your house, you have to pay for that one. That concept so far is not come to your blood all over India. Maybe some people putting that user fee is required, but the moment user fee told that, some corporators or some people will object it and it will go like that only. Bangalore has, from last 15 years they told, we will put user fee. Again, last 1 week also they are telling they will put user fee. They could not do it. Why? The resistance from the people. Yes, apartment people, educated people, some they will give. But the populations who is having below economical, they won't give. So there the problem is that one, okay, let me put into this, madam, because so many madams are here sitting here, they know, madam, how many times you are mixing the waste, wet waste and dry waste in your house? Ma'am, your house, no. How many times you are segregating, how many times you are mixing your waste in your house? I'm talking about only in your house.
I'll open out that question to the sirs also. It's not necessarily only a madam question.
Madam question.
It is both sir and madam question
anybody.
for all of us, including myself. And I can say, sir, that in my apartment it is mandatory, otherwise they don't take. But other experiences are welcome. Please, all of you.
Okay. Because why I'm telling you, there's a reason. Even my house, I'm in Bombay. My wife put everything in one bin only. So the segregation concept has not come into our bloods. Unless it is happened by a law, the way he told that, every apartment, they have to segregate it. But the question is coming to apartment people, sir, where is this waste is going after segregating? The answer is not with us. They say, we'll mix it into dumping yard. Once it goes into dumping yard, why I should segregate. The question coming there. See, please look into the basic questions. Why should I segregate? If I segregate properly, where it is going? A wet waste is going separately, is a dry waste is going separately, or something which is recyclable or something has been taken away. But if you go 50 years before, in our houses, we put a small yard in our back of the house, or we have plenty of area. So we'll put all food waste and everything in backside that will become manure and we'll put it into fields. That was happening in villages 50, 60 years before. Because of urbanization, it is necessary to put centralized plant in somewhere in the cities. Cities doesn't have the land. That is the basic problem. Again, land is required for this one. If somebody says, I don't want to send anything to landfill, personally, I don't agree. Why I am telling you? That also I will tell you. Reason it. What we are putting in the dustbin is the waste for it will not be having no value. Let me put it some bottles or something we put it that may be having value, or some milk packets or some plastic which is useful that will be taken away by rag pickers. So ultimately the waste which is coming to for processing of the plant is one-time plastic. The bottles are crushed or somebody is not useful. The sir told her, some boy has asked her that one, how to clean the bottles. It's very difficult because the bottle what you put in your dustbin, it is having a food, it is having everything, on all nonsense it's having. So to clean that one, lot of energy is required, lot of water is required, then only the product will go to recycling. So there is a lot of business opportunity, I am telling you, but it is to be properly done by the government. Government has to done. If the government have an initiation, then everything will happen. Let me put it in a different way. Andhra Pradesh, right now it is bifurcated from Telangana, Hyderabad. They put 2 waste energy plant. Each waste energy plant having connected with 9 ULBs. That means Ernakulam, Kochi, like that. And each is having a distance of 60-70 kilometers. Every day, the ULB is transporting the waste to one centralized plant. Means they are spending money. But if you ask ULB to pay, ULB cannot pay. Means if suppose Ernakulam municipality wants to pay, they cannot pay. So the government who is coming in the central, means state government where is there, they have to pull some money from their funds and they have to allocate for it to transport the waste in one location for urban areas. I'm not talking about the villages or small towns. Then there is a business model. Transporting the waste is a business model. You may be segregating recyclables there. That is one business. Once the waste comes here, processing of waste. Processing of waste, there are 2-3 ways. The sir told that wet waste you can do biogas, dry waste you can do waste to energy, or you can shed it into pieces and you can do cement plants. There's a lot of things are there. But everything costs you, gentlemen. Let me put it in this way. Everything costs us. No, nothing is free of in the world. Nothing is free except air. That also now we are paying in some hospitals for that air also. So please remember that one, it has to be supported by the government funding, the tipping fee and salt out VGF also. If 2 are in place, yes, definitely at least 70% of the waste problems can be solved. I cannot tell you that 100% it is possible, at least 70%. Your cities will be clean. So there's a lot of business opportunity in waste management. That is what I want to say to all of you. Okay, let me put it in my company, what I am doing. Anthony Waste Handling Cellulose is Mr. Jose Jacob is the person who is from Thrissur. He is a person 25 years before. They started the garages. That's called Anthony Garages. They used to repair the trucks. I'm just talking about 25, 30 years before. Bombay Corporation brought some vehicles for compactors. They called compactors, means it will be pressed, material will be pressed, so the transportation cost will be less. It having some problem. They are imported vehicles, but nobody need to maintain. Then they came to us, why can't you repair it? So they purchased 100 vehicles. So we done repair maintenance contract for that. Once they told that we are doing the repair maintenance, they told, why can't you supply the vehicles? Then we went to supply the vehicles. Once you supply the vehicles, then they told, why can't you collect also? See the business opportunity, how it will come, this is the way it will come. Then they told, why can't you collect? So today, We are collecting in 25 places. Name it: Bombay, Pune, Nagpur, Nasik, Delhi, Noida, Varanasi, Jhansi, everywhere. Almost 25 across the, including Mangalore. Then after collection, they told, why can't you process it? Then we went to processing in 2009. One of the single largest processing plant in maybe Asia, 7,000 tons per day we are processing. Just imagine, 7,000 tons means how much? That is the what we are processing a day. We are getting energy from there. We are producing biogas. We are just generating power from biogas, not we are doing bottling. Then we are producing a manure. We are selling every day around 100 tons to all across the Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh. We are doing also RDF. Maybe you have seen that here, some around 4 RDF is one word is being used. Refuse derived fuel. What is refuse derived fuel? Anybody can answer, please, gentlemen? Just because so many people are here, without understanding RDF, I can say many things may not. Yes, please, sir. Because to understand everybody, that's why I'm asking the question.
Yeah, I'm Jamshir from Greenworms. So we basically process RDF. So it is typically the non-biodegradable fractions can be converted into the fuel, which can be used for co-processing in cement plants.
Correct. Fantastic. See, that is the basic. Cement plants uses this RDF as a fuel for replacement of coal. Coal is having calorific around 6,500 kilocalorie per kg. This material, what plastic, cloth, whatever may be thing, whatever we throw it on a house, they will be dry material, called as a dry material. Then they will shed it into pieces because they require less than 80 mm size to feed into that system in cement plant. So they are replacing the coal, fossil fuel replacement. So they have a target of around 20 to 30%. So if any business person in their village or in the town, if they collect the dry waste and shed it into a sun, there is a market for it. But yes, it's cost you around 700 rupees per ton. Plus transportation to cement plant, that also cost you. So somebody needs to pay for that one, then it is fine. This is the what we are doing that one. So we are sending every day around 800 to 1,000 tons to cement plant. Then we have a plant of waste energy, 14 megawatt waste energy with 700 tons we are doing in Pune. And we are doing construction demonstration project also, 600 tons per day in Bombay. This is the basic, our portfolio of Antony waste handling cell, and we are the one of the IPO company having a 900 crores a turnover. If anybody asks any questions, because that's the reason, that is the concept I given to me, that's the reason I told you business yes, opportunities are there. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I just wanted to add one more point in this. He asked a question, nobody responded. How many people separate with the solid and, dry waste and wet waste? Response was very poor.
Well, I can see one hand up.
See, I'll share my experience.
Please, if you raise the hand, we should be able to see it.
Yeah. Now my experience is when the people, your Haritha Sena, etc., which has been formed very effective, 37,000, especially ladies, they started collecting the non-bio waste, especially plastic waste and food waste and vegetable waste, etc. So we were giving a class for the resident associations, I was going there and telling. I just appealed to the ladies that, see, nowadays people don't cook in the kitchen. They all only purchase food items from, there are plenty of fast food items and they can easily make it and etc. But they give a package in different way. Maybe in some polythene bag, like a thing, and maybe a biryani, etc., in the aluminum foil tray with a cover over it. With the different versions they give it. I just told them, while emptying it and using it, etc., you please wash it and keep it in the bin. And also your milk cover also, once you pour the milk to the vessel and you just show to the tap, put some water and shake it and put it and clean it so that this can be easily sent to the recycling factory, because cleaning at a later stage, piece by piece, will be extremely difficult for the people who are recycling it. When I told it, you know the response. പാത്രം കഴുകാൻ വയ്യാഞ്ഞിട്ടാണ് ഫാസ്റ്റ് ഫുഡിൽ നിന്ന് പോയി മേടിക്കുന്നത്. ഇതിൻ്റെ അതിനും കൂടെ സമയം കളയണം. That means we don't want to wash vessels. That is why we are purchasing food from the shop. So you are insisting us to wash the packet what they are giving also to wash it. This concept should change. This is what, he indicated about it. That is an attitude we should develop in the people. And the plastic what we are dumping in a waste bin for the people to collect goes for a reprocessing, and it should be made in such a way so that it can be easily reprocessed. This is a very, very, very important thing. One more point, RDF, refuse derived fuel. Refuse means which cannot be used for anything else, not non-bio. See, in the non-bio waste, there are plenty of things which can be reused, recycled, and can be made useful. But there are certain items which cannot. That should be only burned. Such items are, I told your rubber tubes, plastics. Plastics means upholstery type of plastics, floor mats, tire parts. Such things, there cannot be, we cannot put it in a way, because, and also cannot be easily burned with an ordinary incinerator, because the exhaust contains toxins, toxic gases. So that exhaust is to be totally treated or scrubbed, and after the scrubbing also, the gas going should be put at a particular height as per the Pollution Control Board norms. All these setups are already available in the cement factories. That is why the government of India has made a rule that all cement factories, 10% of their fuel should be from the refuse-derived fuel. So, term that you just memorize. RDF is refuse-derived fuel. Over.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rao Saab, for actually opening out a little bit of the discussion to a more business-oriented sort of discussion. I think he has highlighted some very crucial points. I want to do business, but where is the money? Basic question, right? How to do business without revenue? So there's a lot of uncertainty around the revenue with respect to waste management sector. I think that question has been highlighted. But some of the more nuanced points also I want to now take from his talk. I am a waste processor. I need a lot of water to wash. And then this water, I cannot let out like that. We have to treat that water and let out. That cost burden is again something which nobody realizes, that it's the entrepreneur's burden, because the regulatory schema, the regulatory aspects, they don't allow you to just let out polluted water. So these are some of the challenges that an entrepreneur in this sector will face as they go forward. And the third aspect, which I think sir was alluding to, which he did not fully clarify, at different scales of waste management, the costs are different. The cost of what I said also, the pollution management is also different. How do you transparently understand these costs so that which part of the cost government should support, which part of the cost should come from revenues, becomes clear. So therefore the government's role then becomes clear. I think these are very good questions. We'll delve into it a little further down. But now I would invite my colleague from RE Sustainability to talk about your work, sir. And also, as you speak about your fantastic work that you're doing, which is exploiting the opportunity in recyclables, also tell us a little bit about what is recyclable and what is not recyclable as of today's technology. So give us also a little bit of knowledge on state of the art of recycling. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Am I audible? I think a lot of contextual setting has been done, and a lot of talk has already have happened. So when we all three are things, I think we all three are quite unprivileged to this most privileged and august and knowledgeable gathering here. I would like to start with, and I won't take I think 10 to 15 minutes time. Will that be okay, sir? Because it's 1 o'clock is your session is getting over and it's 12:25. So I would like to start with a few things that Kerala is God's own country. Kerala is the highest literate country in India, obviously. Maybe in many of the parts of the world it will rank very high. I don't know the rank, but definitely it is there. This is first part. Second part, I think each one of us have a very clean toilet in our home. And that toilet is a must. If the house, nobody can even imagine a house without a toilet. In fact, it has reached to a situation that every room has a toilet now. Actually, waste management, resource recovery, and processing is the kind of toilet requirement for each city in the God's own country, which has the most literate people staying there. Unfortunate, and to be very straightforward, we as a Kerala, we don't have organized toilets for our city waste or even rural waste. We have a few of them, but those are in the state of learning, putting it up, and then trying to see that our waste gets processed and resources recovered. Now, if that is the case, this should have been done with Kerala almost 10 to 15 years back. But unfortunately, we have been doing so. We have been trying to do so, and we built on a lot of focus on capacity buildings. The another part of Kerala is to be proud of and is to be known to the world is that we have a very strong local government system which is nowhere in the country the way Kerala has. And under the 74th Amendment, 73rd and 74th Amendment, the local government is empowered to take decisions on the waste management and the sanitation part. That needs to be looked into, that why did we not able to do it, is the question. I'm just leaving it open, because that is what is determining the private partners or even financial institutions or banks to invest in. We have been investing on capacities building. That shows the kind of presence. Yesterday it was there. It was full of Vruthi, people all around, and questions were literally good, which shows people are aware and have knowledge. This also room is fully filled. So that is the second part of which shows that capacity building is there at all levels, including awareness. So what are we lacking? Probably I feel so, we don't have infrastructure. The data which was presented in the morning was roughly around 10,000 tons of waste which the state generates. And if 10,000 tons of waste is being generated, even if suppose we think that those numbers are sandbagged, then it is 50% more, that is 15,000 tons per day. Now 15,000 tons of waste, how much area will be requiring? And do we have that area? For a period of 30 years, because these are very large projects, large investment, with lot of decentralization keep on growing and becoming more innovative, we may be hardly requiring for 15,000, something around 1,500 acres of land for managing the entire waste for 30 years. And this need not to be at one location, it needs to be at different locations. Can we first allocate the land? Without land, I started my example with toilet. You do in your 2 BHK or 3 BHK, you spare some land for the toilet. So can that land be spared is the decision the public has to take care of. It is not the government, not the scientific community, not the bureaucratic community, or not the private player. The public is more important, because there is also a problem or a understanding what we call is as a public perseverance and public patience. Do we want that effort to go in that direction, that we have a toilet to each city, each town, or each village? And that is required, is what I feel so, is for any waste management across the country and including to Kerala it might be. So if that is the case, then comes the what kind of project has to be there. There is a very strong fear. If somebody invests money, the door-to-door collection will get hampered, people will become jobless, unka jo interest hai, those interests will not be safeguarded, they are their livelihoods, there are so many things which are there which they were earning money, they will not be earning money. All this is just a kind of a fear-monger tool to say that ye waste management should not come. I give you the example, pre-COVID, suppose we were generating 250 grams per day. Post-COVID, the way Blinkit and Zomato and Swiggy entered in the house is much more than even a husband entering the house per day. He is moving for jobs, but the Swiggy and Zomato is almost entering the house. So I'm trying to give you an example. They are more entrant. And with that kind, nobody has done the estimate of what kind of waste is getting generated in a place. Sir was suggesting that we should clean, and he spoke in Malayalam, but I later on translated in English, that yes, people are not wanting to things. And it is not, it is with my family also. Everybody's family we should not feel shy of. That Swiggy and Zomato, in fact, one cartoon is roaming around showing that there is a Swiggy tower and Zomato tower which is not having kitchen, and it's not far off. If one bedroom set in Bombay will have that kind of a thing, you will have a shelf. And actually it is there. So it is not very far off that with these kinds of kitchen. So the waste quantity has gone. And those people who are actually doing that rag picker's job or some NGO's job of collecting the waste will continue to be there. So first of all, that problem is not there. What is the second problem? Obviously, the organized infrastructure. Now, whatsoever these MRFs does or special waste processing does, like hair waste, bottle waste, tire waste, textile waste, plastic waste, many things to be called as. That has a bigger problem of where the recycled product will go for. If we go to any shop where a recycled product is getting sold off, it will cost at least 10 times than the more the same product comes in the market. But are we ready to purchase it? We are not ready to purchase it. It looks so beautiful. Acha, itna mehenga hai. We don't want to do it. So the product coming out of the recycled product is a challenge to that poor businessman. He has that idea, but we are not. Those are not market driven, and those are not. And same is with whether it is CBG or whether it is waste to energy or whether it is RDF for the requirement for cement plants. So that is one challenge. Government is trying to bring in market driven tool in the form of EPR. So far 9 products are already covered in the EPR. Maybe tomorrow something else will come. Textile is already on the way. Used oil has been come. So many things have come. So many things will come. Footwear is also on the EPR. But what does EPR means? Again, EPR means that the generator or the producer has to buy back the credits. Now, when you go for a buyback of the credit goes into that key, it should be properly done. There was a news across the country that one of the companies who was operating in Bangalore, who was operating in Madhya Pradesh and in Delhi and UP, I will not name the company, was doing some fraud papers and collecting more than 354 crores of EPR credits. It's not that he might not be doing, but it was only just trading of the paper. Well, will that sustain? That businessman, if he wants to put in the money for generating the actual product out of it and selling it to companies like Colgate-Palmolive or PepsiCo or so, there is a huge tracking. So extended product or recycled buyback products has got these challenges. Coming back to our last component of processing and disposal, the large-scale projects require huge investment. I will give you just figures which are all government recorded figure on SBM 2.0, page number 132. It's clearly mentioned what 100 tons of biogas requires a capital intensive of 18 crores per 100 ton. If you convert the CERC guideline of 25 crores per megawatt to a 100 ton, it goes up to 47 crore per 100 ton of electricity to be generated from 100 ton. So this kind of costs are required. These costs does not include that liquid waste or the leachate coming out, what sir was explaining, or the air emissions. So what I'm trying to tell is that such large projects are having lot of capexes and lot of opexes involved, which is not coming. But to have the toilet for that city, is that capex required? Yes, it is required. Today we may be saying, yes, we are sending out some processed waste to some places and so, but it has to be invested in. Now for an investor like him or many those people who are sitting all around, and there are many more people, he has to ensure that that money which he invests in has to be returned back, or at least it has to be bankable. Tomorrow suppose World Bank funds it, KFW funds it, or even Government of India through its banking instruments funds it, through viability gap funding or whatsoever. Everybody will want that project to be viable in terms of, and making the project viable depends upon how the public perseverance and public patience support that project, which needs very much effort in terms of state for Kerala. Apart, there are many technology